Energy, Dooley's Auto Sales, Edge Safety, E&MU Portales, and E&MU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Forest Tire, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, HF Sinclair, Hawker & Sons, J&J Home Care, JS Ward, KFC of Artesia, LaFonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Maupin & Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Pressure Services LLC, Primary Residential Mortgage, Richland Motors, Roger and Ramona Kilpatrick of Berkshire Hathaway Enchanted Lands, Roswell Seed Company, Smile Expressions, Southwest Printers, Sun Country Garden Center, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Sons Mortuary, Trustmark Roofing, University of New Mexico, Wilbanks Trucking, and Sondy Stockton and State Farm of Artesia. Now, on with the action.
La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia has always been known for its great atmosphere and even better food. Well, now you can come in and enjoy a delicious meal with a glass of beer or wine. Come see our full beverage menu today. Don't forget about our lunch buffet with lots of sweets, and we cater too. Come see us now for all upcoming parties and events. The Perkins family invites your family to come in and enjoy a meal with us. La Fonda Restaurant, proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Congratulations to the class of 2024. At HF Sinclair Navajo Refining Company, we're excited to celebrate your incredible achievement. You've shown resilience, determination, and the power to shape a better future. As you step into new adventures, remember, innovation, hard work, and passion are the keys to success. HF Sinclair is proud to stand with you as you turn your dreams into reality. HF Sinclair would especially like to congratulate the following seniors of HF Sinclair employees. From Artesia High School, Arturo Fernandez. From Goddard High School, Marissa Blanco. From Artesia High School, Adrian Ramirez, Mateo Ramirez, Douglas Beatty, Bo Digger Medley, Enrique Armendariz, and Jasmine Armendariz, Nathan Delgado, and Rayleigh Tutak. Here's to the graduates of 2024. Your journey is just beginning, and we can't wait to see what you accomplish. HF Sinclair, fueling progress, empowering futures.
Need business cards? Think Ink. How about photocopying, black and white printing, or faxing service? Think Ink. Need to put together a brochure or even desktop publishing? Think Ink. Incredible Printing. For all your printing needs and fast, friendly service, Incredible Printing is the only name you need to know. Visit our location at 514 West Main Street in Artesia, right across from the Derrick floor. For any and all of your printing needs, Think Ink. Incredible Printing in Artesia.
Wilbanks Trucking Services in Artesia is seeking dedicated and motivating individuals to join their team. Immediate openings include CDL drivers with pay starting at $25 to $33 per hour depending on experience. Riggers with pay starting at $20 per hour and open positions for owner-operators. Wilbanks Trucking Services offers full benefits including medical, dental, vision, 401k, and housing for out-of-town employees. For more information on career opportunities, please call 575-746-6318 or online at wilbanks.us. Wilbanks Trucking Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Are you interested in being an electrical lineman? Well, Central Valley Electric Cooperative is hosting a lineman camp on Thursday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to 12 noon at the CVE office located at 1403 North 13th Street in Artesia. The camp is open to ages 16 to 19. Come and learn some of the skills required to be an electric lineman. Lunch will be provided. For more information and to register, visit cvecoop.org. Come see if you have what it takes to be an electrical lineman on May 30th at our CVE Lineman Camp. We hope to see you there.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled commercial break to bring you a special news update.
Brady Deering from Richland Dodge. Last month, we had a huge sale, and this month, we are carrying over the deals, and we have added new vehicles to the mix. With prices and incentives the best we have seen in months, now is the time to purchase your new Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram. And don't forget, all qualified new and used vehicles come with the Richland's powertrain warranty for life. Come see the Dodge Boys at Southeast Main and McGaffey, and drive home in style. Ride on the Y and ride on the price.
Paul tells us in 1 Thessalonians to pray continually. See, prayer is simply having an honest conversation with God. It's me talking to God and asking God, here's things that are concerning to me. Maybe they're worrisome to me. Maybe it's me just praising God for the weather or the rain or an answered prayer. Isn't it nice that God has given us this form of communication for you and I to stop during the day and to spend some time talking to the Creator, talking to the one that sustains us and the one that blesses us. And so are you in prayer? Do you spend time talking to God and asking God and thanking God and praising Him for those many things? If prayer is not a part of your life, please come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ and let us help you add prayer.
Hey there, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling back here at Cleveland High School. The launch pad, or the shock yard, actually, is what it's called. And I'm joined once again by Coach Polito of the Artesia Lady Bulldogs softball team. And Coach, great win this morning to kick things off here in the quarterfinals as you defeat St. Pius, the 4 seed. You guys, of course, the 5 seed. 7-0 final score. Talk a little bit about that game. Recap it.
Oh man, it was interesting to say the least. It started off, it was raining, so we were a little worried, when we had that delay. Some of the girls were kind of iffy about playing in the rain, but hey, everybody's in the same situation. Both teams are facing the same things. Both have to deal with rain and cold. If you get a ball hit to you, find the seams, use the turf, use everything we can to our advantage when we do get the opportunity. And that's exactly what we did. The St. Pius pitcher struggled a little bit. We saw a lot of balls early on in the game, so I think our first 4 runs came in off of walks. So the girls were very patient and disciplined at the plate. And as the game went on, we started to hit the ball, and we were hitting it well, just right at them. And then, towards the end of the game, continued to hit the ball. And it started to fall. We had some gap shots and a couple of doubles by the girls. So, everyone did what they needed to do as far as putting the ball in play and creating chaos and making things happen. And Madison did a great job in the circle for us. She didn't seem to skip a beat with the rain and, not having, that stability with a wet ball and all that stuff. So you couldn't even tell, or I couldn't tell that it was raining or that it was an issue. So she did really well, threw a great game for us.
Yeah, she really did. She never lost the handle of the ball. She was right there around the strike zone the entire time, making them sometimes swing at bad pitches and then other times just blowing it by them. So a great game by her and good defense behind her as well. Just an overall good game for you guys. So now you move on in the play here, double elimination into the championship bracket, and you're going to be taking on the number 1 seed, Gallup Bengals. We've seen Gallup a lot over the last few years. Talk about a little bit about what you know about them and just how the same kind of effect you guys are going to have, how you're going to attack this ball game.
Yeah, so like you said, we've seen Gallup quite a few times. We didn't get to see them this year, but we know to expect, curveball, screwball from SJ, their pitcher who's been pretty dominant in the circle for them. So we just told our girls, go up to the plate with a plan. What pitch are you wanting to hit, not just looking for, but what's the one pitch that you want to jump on, and that's what your plan needs to be, and you need to execute that. But same thing, we're going to have Kaden in the circle this game for us, and she's been throwing the ball really well when she's in the circle, so we're not super worried about that. And as long as our defense continues to do what they do, turn in some double plays and make it fun, and enjoy it while we're here. That's a big part of it.
All right, Coach, well, good luck. And Bulldog fans, we will be back as quickly as we can. The Bulldog baseball game is underway, but as soon as they end, we'll switch over to softball and have it right here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. Go Bulldogs.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925, we have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
Artesia High School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
If you love to drive, or even not so much, take your car to the place with the magic touch. It's Big O Tires. Trust the team with expertise for tires and more. Visit your locally owned Big O Tires. From April 22nd through May 12th, save big and get $70 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Cooper tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need them most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
Once again, the best-selling truck in America for the 47th consecutive year is Ford F-150. Nobody sells more trucks than Ford, and nobody has a better selection of new and certified pre-owned Ford trucks than Artesia Ford Sales. Our inventory of Ford F-150 trucks has never been better. Plus, Artesia Ford has a great selection of new and certified pre-owned SUVs like Explorer and Expedition. Find out why Ford F-150 is the best-selling truck in America for yourself. Stop by Artesia Ford Sales today or visit artesiaford.com.
Hello folks, Martin here from PRMI in Artesia, your hometown lender. Have you been on the fence lately about purchasing or refinancing a home? I know it's a big decision, and the interest rates are playing a huge part in that. I'm here to let you know I understand your concern and would like to talk to you about your options. There are financing products available that may suit your budget, and I'm the person to talk to. I offer a personal service, fast approval process, and a knowledgeable support staff. So call me at 575-749-6278 and let's discuss your options.
PRMI NMLS 3094 is an equal housing lender.
To be a champion, each team member must do their part to help the team win. That is true in business too. Edge Safety and Services LLC want to do their part to help your business win. They specialize in several field services: sandblasting, coating steamers, pressure washing, repairs, and cleanouts. Edge Safety also offers drug and alcohol screening and on-site services and safety trainings to make you better. Edge Safety and Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Good morning, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here in Cleveland, or at Cleveland High School, home of the Cleveland Storm, and we're playing softball. The Artesia Lady Bulldogs taking on a very familiar foe in the Lovington Wildcats, as the Bulldogs fell to the number 1 seed Gallup yesterday to get to this point, and Lovington fell yesterday morning and then won yesterday afternoon. So they're here at this point as well. And these two teams, of course, know each other. We're in the same district, been playing each other for long time. And it's going to be a good game this morning, as both teams have to win. One of them has to win to move on. The other one's going to fall, and that's going to be what this game will decide, who moves on, as they both are in the consolation side of the bracket. So the way this day is going to go is the winner of this game will play at 1 o'clock, and then the winner of that game will play at 3 o'clock. And The losers of any one of these 3 games, of course, go home. And so the Artesia Lady Bulldogs win the toss. They are the home team. And they're heading out to start warming up now, as we've got about 3 minutes here till ball game. So let's go ahead and go through the starting lineups for both teams. Lovington, of course, visiting, I said. The catcher, number 2, Anahai Quiroga, will lead things off. Batting second is number 4, Honey Morales, and she's playing DP. Number 17 is Avery Rodriguez, playing right field and batting third. Batting fourth is the third baseman, number 13, Angelina Corral. Batting fifth and playing shortstop is number 5, Layla Hernandez. Number 6 is Zemery Ellis. She's playing center field and batting sixth. The first baseman is number 9, Jocelyn Holguin, and she's batting seventh. The left fielder is number 21, Bailey Garcia, and she's batting eighth. And batting ninth is the second baseman, number 15, Sabri Sanchez. And then in the flex position is the pitcher, number 11, Daphne Udahara. So we've seen, of course, that young lady in the circle 3 times this year. I think she's pitched all 3 games that the Bulldogs have played them. So this is our 4th game this year, taking on the Lovington Wildcats. For the Artesia Bulldogs, batting first and playing center field, number 2, Kenna Morrison. Catcher, number 15, is Perseus Aguilar, and she's batting in the 2-hole. Shortstop, number 12, Kenzie Carlo, batting third. Batting fourth is number 10, Maddie Martinez, playing first base. The pitcher today and batting fifth is number 23, not 24, different jerseys. 23, Caden Apodaca, playing third base. Number 7, Kinsley Rodriguez, batting sixth. And batting seventh is number 9, Michaela Lujan, playing second base. Batting eighth is number 18, Elizabeth De La Riva, playing DP. And batting ninth is number 1, Haley Tucker, playing right field. Zoe Warren out in left. Here's the first pitch. Ball 1 is the call. Just off the corner as Quiroga steps back in. 1-0 the count. Bulldog defense ready. Here's the wind in the pitch. That's inside, ball 2. So 2-0 the count now. Again, Caden Apodaca in the circle for the Bulldogs as Quiroga steps back in on the right side. Beautiful day here in Rio Rancho. Bright, clear, sunny skies. Way different than yesterday morning when it was raining right straight down. She bounced it up there, so ball 3. And this is kind of how we started yesterday in the game against Gala. 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning. We were playing visitor yesterday, but we don't want to do that again. So the infield going in and talking to their pitcher, Caden, because she's thrown 3 straight that one was pretty close. I thought it was maybe a strike, but the other 2 not really close. So 3-0, she needs to burn one down the middle here. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it's too high. Ball 4. 4 straight. The leadoff walk always hurts you. Seemingly, I remember Lee told me, I think it's like 78% of the time, it's a run when you walk the leadoff batter. So the percentages here in favor of Lovington, but the Bulldog defense ready to go. If we can get Caden settle down a little bit, get it down the zone. Honey Morales steps in. She's DPing. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle. Strike 1. There it is. So after 4 straight that 3 weren't really close, she settles down and puts one down the pipe, does Caden. All right, Morales back in. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing. It's a chopper foul down the left side for foul ball strike 2. So another good pitch there by Caden. The runner will go back to first. They got that leadoff walk. Anahai Quiroga. On deck is Avery Rodriguez, the right fielder, and in the hole, Angelina Corral, the third baseman. As Lovington has the first base runner of the day in the form of that walk. Nobody out. We're in the top of the first inning if you're just joining us. We're on KSVP Radio, of course, KSVPTV.com, and YouTube and Facebook, all audio only. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but that pitch bounced about 6 feet in front of her. So ball 1, 1 and 2. She's looking at her hand. I'm not sure what happened. She threw the pitch, and it literally went straight down and rolled to the plate. Here's the wind in, the 1-2. Swung on, pop fly, straight up, and catching it right in the right-hand batter's box, Perseus Aguilar for foul ball pop-up and out number 1. So the runner, of course, stayed down at first base, and that'll bring the number 3 hitter in the lineup, number 17, Zabri Rodriguez, to the plate. She has hit a home run against us this year, and she is 4 for 5. I'm 4 for 6 this year in batting against the Bulldogs. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on, fouled right over to the dugout side, Bulldog side for foul ball strike 1 on a good fastball. She was well behind it. She'll step back in on the right side. And Apodaca getting her sign. She now has it. Here's the wind and the 0-1. Strike 2. Good pitch on the inside half, up in the upper part of the zone. So 0-2 quickly, so Caden quickly settles in after the opening walk. Looks for her sign. She now has it. Here's the wind in the 0-2. Chopper right back to her. She turns and goes to the shortstop and to first, and they got her. Double play. 1-6-3, the double play ball. Great play. So the Bulldogs get out of trouble on the ground out. 1-6-3. As Carlo made a perfect throw to second base. And that ended the threat. We're going to the bottom of the first, 0-0. Lovington gets no hits, no runs, no errors, and nobody left on base.
The Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center is now open from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2 to 4 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Located in the historic Ward Morehouse, the Artesia Museum and Arts Center offers information on local and area history. The art annex next door features rotating exhibits such as local art shows and temporary in-house displays. For event schedule and upcoming social exhibits, visit their website, artesianm.gov/museum, or call 575-748-2390. The Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center, 505 Richardson in downtown Artesia.
Eastern New Mexico University is proud to announce our newest offering, a Master of Social Work degree. This 100% online, affordable master's degree has 3 concentrations: clinical, clinical military, and children, youth, and families. This online master's degree is perfect for the working professional, as you can earn your degree on your own time with our flexible online courses. For more information, visit www.enmu.edu/MSW. Eastern New Mexico University, student success. That's what we're about.
All right, we're back here at Cleveland High School. We're on field 2. I didn't say that. If you've never been up here, it's a complex. It's a fourplex here at Cleveland. And the varsity field has turf, but the other 3 fields are dirt infield and grass outfield. And so we're on field 2, which is where we ended up playing our second game yesterday. We played on field 1 yesterday late. It was raining right straight down. These fields were especially around the aprons and around the outside areas of the base paths. All 3 of them were underwater. The turf field was not, so everything was bumped yesterday. 5A went to Bernalillo High School. 4A played here, but everything was behind. Here's the first pitch to Morrison. Outside, ball 1. Kenna will step back in, ready to go. Ball 1. Udahara is the pitcher, Daphne Udahara. Where's number 11, her catcher, Anahi Quiroga. Here's the pitch. That's called strike 1. That caught the inside half, so 1-1 the count. Garcia, Ellison, Rodriguez left to right. Corral, Hernandez, Sanchez, and Holguin third to first, with Quiroga catching Udahara. I don't think I gave the Bulldog defense while they were out there. Strike 2. She did not pull the trigger, started to, and then held it. Not sure, but she didn't like the pitch. So 1-2 now the count, and she'll step back in. It's Kenna. Down 1-2, and here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, got her to chase. That ball was high, out of the zone, but she strikes out swinging for out number 1. So Perseus Aguilar will step in to face Udahara for the first time today. They're playing us deep, not unlike yesterday when we were playing yesterday afternoon. They were playing us so shallow. There's strike 1 on either a curveball or a changeup. Kind of floated it in there, but a good pitch. And Aguilar watched it go by, called strike 1. Udahara gets her sign, now the pitch. And that pitch just missed outside. So this umpire, of course, I'm sitting off to the left, but we've seen a lot of those looked like it was one of those that normally would be called a strike from the umpires we've seen this year, really getting that outside edge, but that time called a ball. That one's too high and outside, so that was an obvious ball. 2-1 now the count. One down here in the the bottom of the first inning. Bulldogs did get the home team. So here's the wind and the pitch from Utahada. That's going to be called strike 2. Caught the inside half. Aguilar did a double take back at the umpire, but 2-2 now the count. On deck for the Bulldogs, Carlo, and in the hole, Martinez. They're 3-4 batters. Bulldogs wearing their camo jerseys with the orange sleeves, white pants, and long orange socks, and she waved at one. That ball wasn't even close. Strikeout swinging as it was way outside. It might have been a curveball that fooled her because he kind of waved at it. So 2 down now, and that'll bring Kinsey Carlo to the plate. Kinsey, of course, wears number 12 on her camo jersey. Lovington wearing their whole blue uniforms with the white numbering lettering and white long socks. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, foul, just foul down the third base line. 4 strike 1, so she was out on that pitch quickly, was Kinsey. On deck is Madison Martinez, and in the hole, Caden Apodaca. And now they're going to ask for a change of ball. Lovington did. Well, I think they just had already thrown one out there, and then they got the ball in and threw it to the pitcher, so she had 2. Tossed one back to the catcher, who handed it to the umpire. 0-1 count. Outside, ball 1-1, and that's that pitch that, at least down in southeast Mexico, pitchers have been living on that pitch, on that outside, but this umpire's got a little bit horizontally, a little bit tighter strike zone. Here's the pitch, swung on, another inside pitch. It got in on her hands. She fouls it off down the line. So 1-2 now the count to Kinsey. Pretty cool up here. I guess that cold front that came in, they changed ball. So, they did the same thing. They got the ball in, and the umpire had already sent a ball out to the pitcher, so she had to throw one in. The catcher had set up in that time, Quiroga. Let's see where she sets up this time. Right in the middle. And that's a pop fly on the left side. They got room. And the shortstop will come and make the play. And that is out number 3. The Bulldogs go down in order. 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Go ahead into the top of the second inning with the Bulldogs and Wildcats all tied up, 0-0.
Hey, Artesia Bulldog fans, are you ready to unleash the spirit of victory this season? Tate Branch Auto Group is proud to stand alongside the Bulldogs as they charge onto the field, court, and track. Just like our commitment to delivering top-notch vehicles and service, your dedication and passion for the Bulldogs inspire us every day. Visit Tate Branch Auto Group today, either in person or online, because when it comes to supporting the Bulldogs, we're all in. Tate Branch Auto Group, revving up the Bulldog pride. Go Bulldogs!
Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. For your company embroidered polo shirts or t-shirts, for your event or sports team, look no further than Business Notions. Keep your staff looking sharp and professional with embroidered apparel from Business Notions. Everything from polo shirts and caps to coats, jackets, and hats. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. Servicing all of Southeast New Mexico. Call today, 625-2840.
All right, we're back here at the top of the second inning. Lovington coming to the plate with their number 4 hitter in the lineup, Angelina Corral. She plays third base. On deck, Layla Hernandez, the shortstop, and in the hole, Zimri Ellis, the center fielder. Bulldogs defense, Zoe Warren in left, Kenna Morrison in center, and Haley Tucker out in right field. Kinsley Rodriguez at third, Kinsey Carlo at short, Michaela Lujan at second, and Madison Martinez at first.
Number 13, Angelina Corral.
Perseus Aguilar behind the plate, and Caden Apodaca in the circle. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul straight back for strike 1. Boy, that was a heater. Caden put a little mustard on that hot dog. She brought that one. Behind the pitch and fouled it backwards was number 13, Angelina Corral. All right, so 0-1, top of the second. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swing is slow roller to the second baseman. She picks it up and fires at the first. Lujan to Martinez. 4-3 the put out on a routine play.
Number 5.
That's out number 1. Lovington brought their own system here. You can hear it in the background. It's sitting right to the right of Pam, right down here by us, up against the backstop. And they got that program where it gives the name and their walk-up number, walk-up music. Here's the pitch, swinging the foul ball. She was well behind that fastball. Hernandez was for strike one. So she's grooving them now. Apodaca bringing it. So she's back onto the pitcher's plate, ready to go. Gets her sign from Perseus. The pitch, the rise ball. She did not swing at it. Good layoff by Hernandez. 1-1 the count. It was a good pitch by Caden, but it rose up, and she did not offer at that high pitch. Here's the pitch, change up. That's a pop fly out to center, left center field, and going over and making the play easily was Kenna Morrison. And so just a lazy pop fly out to left center field, and Morrison camps out. And that's out number 2, which will bring number 6, Zimmery Ellis, to the plate.
Number 6.
Ellis is the center fielder for the Lovington Wildcats. She'll step in on the right side. Quickly working Aguilar to Apodaca, the sign. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, foul tipped into the glove for strike number 1. Boy, that was a good rise ball. She tried to get it and got a piece of it into the glove. All right, here's the 0-1. That one too high. That was real high. 1-1, the count. So this fourplex is like any fourplex. If you're listening and you've never been up here, it's similar to any one you've probably been to. Pretty tight confines. Pop fly to the right side. Well, it's going to go behind the plate and making the play. Good job by Perseus. She was kind of dancing around like she couldn't see it. But, anyway, she caught it. So the pop fly is out. Number 3 by the catcher. And good play by Perseus as she and both third baseman and the pitcher were up there like going to catch it, but she stayed with it and made the play. All right, no hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. Bottom of the second coming up.
Hey, this is Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's worst nightmare. You know storm chasers, those out-of-town roofers. Hey, this is Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's worst nightmare. You know storm chasers, those out-of-town roofers that descend on neighborhoods after big storms. They come in, do a crummy job, then poof, they're gone forever. Well, a few years ago, our area had a hailstorm, and right on cue, storm chasers showed up. I was driving home from work one evening and saw one talking to an elderly lady on her porch. I said, "Not today, buddy." I did a U-turn, pulled in the driveway, and walked right up to them. I warned the woman who they were talking to, and I chased away the storm chaser. The woman's daughter called me later and said a storm chaser ripped them off a few years ago. She thanked me for stopping this one and chose Trustmark for her roof. Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's nightmare. Every homeowner's champion. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring and roof gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
All right, we're back. I'm sorry, I'm online. Okay, we're back here, and the first pitch was hit to the shortstop by Madison Martinez, and pick up and throw it out. So first one is out, and I'm being harassed here by Lovington fans. Sorry about that. They're asking me questions. I'm trying to call the game. So the first batter was Maddie, and she grounds out to the shortstop on the first pitch. So now up is Caden Apodaca. She looks at a ball high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. They're wanting to do something with the plug-ins, but they're all taken over here. I'm right here, then NMAA is next to me, and next to them is the Lovington radio team. Here's the wind in the pitch. High, ball 2 to Caden. On deck is Rodriguez, Kinsley, and in the hole, Lujan, Michaela. Their names backwards. I don't know why. So the Bulldogs looking to get something going here. They went 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Here in the bottom of the second, Martinez grounds out the shortstop on the first pitch. Now 2-0 pitch, and that is a curveball called strike 1. Boy, she really took something off of it. It may have been just a straight change up, but it looked like maybe it broke a little bit from in to the middle of the plate. So 2-1 now to Caden. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swung on. That's a pop fly to the left side. Shortstop will make the play. So I don't know, Bulldogs, it's the second pop fly we've seen. Just a straight up to the left side, and the shortstop catches it. And that is out number 2 here in the bottom of the second, which brings number 7, third baseman Kinsley Rodriguez, to the plate. She'll step in to face Yuta Hara for the first time. And here's the wind and the pitch. A little bit high, the umpire said. Ball 1. Boy, it was close, but a little bit high. So 1-0 the count to Kinsley. On deck, Michaela, and in the hole, Elizabeth De La Riva. 2-out rally. Need to get started here. That pitch is swung on hard. That's fair. And so that's a down the line. Should be an extra base hit. Going into second now and holding up there with a stand-up double. She slid, but it was she didn't need to. Stand-up double for Kinsley Rodriguez. So the 2-out double down the line on the third base side. Great piece of hitting, and that brings number 9, Michaela Lujan, to the plate. And the Lovington catcher, they're changing balls almost every pitch. Funny. Looking at the ball like she don't like it and hands it to the umpire, and then she just gives her another one out of the ball. They're all the same. I mean, they're rotating through the softball bag. All right, so the Bulldogs in business here. 2-out rally. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's a ground ball third base. She'll field it, throw it across in time. So that will end the 2-out rally on one pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. 5-3 the put out. And so the Bulldogs do get a hit, but no runs. They leave one runner on the base paths. No Lovington errors as we go into the top of the third inning, 0-0 here at the ballpark. We'll be right.
It's the big savings grocery sale at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia. Food Club low-fat yogurt. Select varieties, 6 ounces, 3 for 99 cents. Bush's Best Beans. Select varieties, 99 cents a can. Skinner Pasta. Select varieties, 12 ounces, 99 cents each. And Food Club Skillet Classic Dinner. Select varieties, 99 cents each at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia. And right now, Pepsi Select Flavors 12-pack cans, 3 for $13 at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia.
Home healthcare is healthcare in the comfort of your own home when you cannot care for yourself. Home care services can help someone who has chronic health issues, medical setbacks, or health impairments. J&J has the best skilled nurses and therapists for any of your special needs. So why pick a stranger to care for those you love when you can pick your beloved neighbor with over 25 years of experience? J&J Home Care is here for all your home care needs. Call us now at 575-746-2892 or visit us at www.jjhc.org.
All right, Bulldog fans, we are back. We're going into the top of the third inning, all tied up still, 0-0. Jocelyn Holkeen, number 9, coming to the plate. She'll step in on the right side to face Caden Apodaca for the first time today. She bats in the 7 hole. Here's the pitch. Bounced it really low for ball 1 from Caden. Tucker in right, Warren in left, Morrison in center. Martinez on first, Rodriguez at third. I'm not sure what happened. The batter kind of hurt herself. She stepped and twisted something, so she's talking to her coach and the umpire, but she's going to stay in. So Martinez at first, Rodriguez at third, Lujan at second, and Carlo at short with Aguilar behind the plate, and Apodaca in the circle, 1-0. Top of the third, nobody out, first batter. Here's the pitch. Swing, the foul tip straight back for strike 1. So 1-1 now to Holguin. On deck for the Wildcats, Garcia, then Sanchez in the hole, the 8 and 9 hitters. Bulldogs, of course, looking to go down, get them down 1-2-3 as Holguin steps back in. She's kind of, I'm not sure what she hurt. She's kind of being gimpy a little, but she's back in there. There's a swing. It's a little flare in the end part, and it's a strike throw from shortstop to first. Carlo to Martinez, 6-3. Boy, she caught that off the one bounce. It had a lot of English on it. Little blooper that way, and it kind of spun, but she did a good job catching that ball and firing it to first base in plenty of time. I mean, Kinsey threw a strike over there to Martinez. All right, so this brings Garcia to the plate. First pitch, high, ball 1. Garcia is the left fielder, number 21. She's batting in the 8 hole. After her is number 15, Sabri Sanchez, the second baseman. And then back to the top of the order if they can get to her, the catcher, Anahi Quiroga, in the hole. Swing and a foul ball off to the right side for strike one. 1-1 now to Bailey Garcia. Bulldog defense playing pretty standard. Kind of shallow in right. A little deeper in center and about midway in left. Infield playing normal. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch down and in. Got her to chase. 1-2 now the count. As Apodaca takes a walk back outside of the circle. Now it's going to walk back in. Aguilar taking a look over to coach, getting the sign. She feeds it out, and here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove, and that is strike 3.
Now up to the plate.
Swinging and out, number 2. So now to the bottom of the order, Sabri Sanchez, the second baseman, wears number 15 on her blue jersey. She'll step in on the right side. Coach Crandall out talking to the umpire, brought a ball out and gives it to the umpire. I don't know what he said to the umpire, but he said something. He's about a foot taller. It's funny looking. First pitch fouled off to the right side for strike 1 to Sanchez. On deck is the top of the order, Anahi Quiroga, and in the hole, Honey Morales, the DP, if Lovington can get 2-out rally going. Sanchez steps back in as the pitch is ready, and that's too high, ball 1. So 1-1 the count to Sanchez. She's back in and ready to go. Apodaca moves some dirt. Now she's ready to go. Here's the wind and the 1-1. Swung on, fouled off again over to the other field. So the count now 1-2. Apodaca ahead, which is where every pitcher wants to be, ahead in the count, and she's doing a good job doing that. Started off with 4 straight balls to start the ball game, but since then she's pretty much been calmed down and bringing it. We're in the top of the third, 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. Swing. Oh, she did not go. She checked her swing. They're going to say, but she didn't. The umpire asked the first base ump, and he said no. It looked to me like she didn't go either. So 2-2 now the count to Sanchez. Again, Apodaca steps back on. And here is the wind and the pitch. Swung on, foul ball off to the right side. For just another foul ball strike. As she gets back ready to go, Apodaca after getting a ball. Here's the wind and the 2-2. Just high. That was a good rise ball because it was just out of the strike zone, but Sanchez laid off of it. So that runs the count full. So Sanchez steps back in with a full count, 2 outs. We're in the top of the third inning, 0-0 our score. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled off, backing out of play once again. So several of those may be making it over to the other fields, as this again is a fourplex. There's definitely big crowds walking around in the middle of the fourplex, so hopefully it's not just bouncing off somebody's head, but a lot of foul balls in this at bat. Full count. Again, the payoff pitch coming. She gets her sign from Aguilar. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball back again. Straight backwards and out of this ballpark. Over to the ballparks on the fourplex behind us. So Sanchez having a good at bat here. That's the 4th one she has fouled off. 3-2 the count, 2 down. See if Apodaca goes right at her with a fastball. Boy, she did. She fouled it again. She barely got a piece of that one. It fouled straight back. So she did come right after her with a fastball. But Sanchez staying alive. Got a piece of that one. Now a foul ball came into our field. So come bouncing in. Didn't hit anybody. They're going to roll that over to give it to the other field. All right, so they got a new ball to Apodaca. Here's the wind and the payoff pitch once again. Oh, she got her. She went. tried to check her swing, but that's a strikeout swinging, and the Bulldogs calls them to go 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Bottom of the third coming up with De La Riva, Tucker, and Morrison coming to the plate. 0-0 going into the bottom of the third.
It's time to spring into adventure with a new Chevy Silverado from Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. This month, save 10% off MSRP on 2024 Silverado 1500 models when you trade in. We have the largest selection available, and our team of professionals are ready to assist you with your selection and the seamless buying experience that you deserve. We invite you to come see us today here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And now through June 30th, get 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Visit Amigo Machinery, located at 2801 Southeast Main Street, Roswell.
All right, we're heading into the bottom of the third inning. The last pitch was thrown. Quiroga throws it down to second base, and the Bulldogs getting ready to bat. Elizabeth De La Riva, the DP, will lead things off here, batting in the 8 hole, but leading off here in the bottom of the third. Haley Tucker on deck, the right fielder, and then we're back to the top of the order. Kenna Morrison in the hole as the Bulldogs looking to bust this thing open. 0-0 is our score. There's only been one hit in the ball game, and that was the double by Kinsley Rodriguez. So pitcher's duel for sure. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, just behind it. That was a good pitch. Just coming up empty was De La Riva. 0-1 the count, and she looks to hit someone hard somewhere. They're playing her a little bit shallow out and right. About midway in left and center field. Straight up on the infield for the Wildcats. That pitch just missed away. So that horizontal pitch not being called here that we've seen all year on that out. I'll say, usually I'll say it's outside edge, but not called today, which is very consistent for the home plate umpire. She hasn't called that. So 1-1 the count to De La Riva. And she steps back in. And the pitch swung on, and she chops it foul. That was a pretty good pitch as Udahata slowed it down and brought it inside, so kind of got her in on her hands, but she chops it over to the Lovington dugout on the third base side for foul ball strike 2, did De La Riva. So once again, Udahata ready to go. Here's the 1-2, and that's high, ball 2. Good job by Elizabeth to lay off of that, but it was pretty easy lay off because it was high, really high. It was up in her face high. All right, so Udahata gets her pitch again. And the wind in the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. 4 strike, 3 swinging, which is going to bring Haley Tucker to the plate. The right fielder will step in on the right side. Try to get a 1-out hit to go here. She takes a look down at Coach Polito down at third base. By the way, at 1 o'clock this afternoon, the big semifinal game to decide who goes to the state championship. Our boys taking on the Goddard boys. That pitch high for ball 1 to Tucker. So, kind of like the girls playing a district foe, the boys playing Goddard after they won their game yesterday, and we won our game against the 4 seed St. Pius. That pitch high and away. Ball 2 to Tucker. So she's ahead of the count. Good spot to be as the batter. On deck is Morrison, and in the hole Aguilar for Artesia as Haley steps back in with a 2-0 count. Ready to go. Udahara with the wind and the pitch. That's going to be called strike 1. That was on that inside half fastball. The catcher, Quiroga, had set up there, and she hit it perfectly. So called strike 1. 2-1 now to Tucker. As she steps back in, Udahara seats her signal and the pitch. It's a ground ball left. She did the same pitch. This time Tucker fouled it down the third base side over to the dugout where the Lovington Wildcats reserves are. Strike 2, 2-2 now the count. Tucker got her hands around on it and got it down the foul ball line. So good pitch there again by Udahara. Takes the count to 2-2. Tucker thinking about it. Now steps back in. Yudahara back up on the pitcher's plate, ready to go. And the pitch. Called strike 3. That was just down the middle. I'm not sure. Tucker must have been looking for something else as she strikes out looking at it. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order. Kenna Morrison, the center fielder, will step in. She struck out swinging her first time through, so now she gets to face Yudahara for the second time today. Trying to get a 2-out rally going here, will the Bulldogs, with the leadoff batter at the plate. Quiroga and Yudahara get the sign. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on, and it's a foul ball. There's that inside pitch. Foul ball to the third base side for strike 1. And they keep doing it. So funny. They get the umpire hands the catcher a ball, and the ball's just right there. They just throw it back to the pitcher, so she gets 2. They have to toss one back in. Being proactive, I guess, the umpire. 0-1 the count. Kenna steps back in, and the pitch swung on. She's just going to pop fly to the second baseman. I mean, just a weak little pop fly. And that is out number 3. The Bulldogs go down in order. 1, 2, 3. No hits, no runs, no errors. We're going to head into the top of the 4th inning with the score 0-0. The top of the order coming to bat for Lovington, Quiroga, Morales, and Rodriguez will be.
Spring has sprung, and your friends at Sun Country Homes and Gardens have wet their plants from excitement. Sun Country carries hardy plants grown in and for our region, including landscape shrubs, trees, perennials, xeriscaping, desert plants, annual flowers, bedding plants, seeds, and vegetables too. Inside the iconic red barn, you'll find beautiful home decor, a wide selection of fertilizer, gardening supplies, and the most knowledgeable and welcoming staff in the area. Stop by Sun Country Homes and Gardens, 2707 1st Street in Artesia, and see why Sun Country Homes and Gardens is Southeast New Mexico's premier lawn and garden headquarters.
You are supported. You are hardworking. You are determined. You are nurturing. You are New Mexican. So are we.
Presbyterian Medical Services, strengthening the fabric of our communities.
All right, we're back. Number 2 coming to the plate, the leadoff batter for the Wildcats, catcher Hanahi Quiroga. On deck is the VP, Honey Morales, and in the hole, the right fielder, Zabri Rodriguez, as they are back around for the second time. Quiroga led the ball game off with a walk, and she's going to look at a called strike 1 right down the middle with a fastball. So definitely Apodaca has tuned in since this batter was up the first time when she threw 4 straight that weren't really close and got let off walk, but nothing happened. She's thrown a no-hitter since. Here's the pitch, strike 2, inside corner. 0-2 now the count. That's one thing the umpire has been very consistent with. She likes that inside half. The outside corner, not so much, but the inside, definitely. 0-2 on 2 great pitches from Apodaca. And the leadoff batter, Quiroga, steps back in. 0 for 0 with leadoff walk. Here's the pitch. Oh, my goodness, that got away from Apodaca. That was about 10 feet high. Ball 1. Not sure. I don't know if she was trying to throw a changeup and just let it go way too late, but that ball was maybe more than 10 foot. Aguilar smiled real big as she turned around and got the ball. 1-2 the count. Quiroga steps back in on the right side. Apodaca ready to go. Here's the wind and the pitch. Oh, and she bounced that one 5 feet in front of her. So again, not sure. 2 pitches in a row that were not even close. After throwing 2 burners down the middle for 0-2 count. Now it's 2-2. I'll give you the defense after this pitch. 2-2 the count. Top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Going and getting it, tossing it to first. Great play by Michaela Lujan as she had range to her left. Got it on about the 3rd hop, low, and fires it to, well, she actually just tossed it because she was almost at first, so she just tossed it over. 4-3, and that is out number 1. We have Zoe Warren in left, Haley Tucker in right, Kenna Morrison in center. Aguilar catching Apodaca, Rodriguez, Carlo Lujan, and Martinez third to first. There's your Bulldog defense. 0-0 is our score. We got 1 out here. And the first pitch is strike. It was high, but she tried to bunt it, did Honey Morales. Kept the bat out there. So 0-1 the count quickly. If you're just now joining us, I said it's 0-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. The old foes, Lovington and Artesia, at it again. Pitcher's duel. Swing, it's a chopper right to the third baseman. She throws it over in time. Rodriguez to Martinez on the second pitch of the at-bat. And that is a 5-3 putout for out number 2. So that'll bring Xavier Rodriguez to plate. She's 0 for 1. She grounded out back to the pitcher her first time through. So she'll step in on the right side, face Caden for the second time. Rodriguez is the right fielder for the Lovington Wildcats. Swung on. It's hit the right field. Back. That's over the head of our right fielder. She was really playing in. That's going to be a triple. And then it's dropped out there, but Lujan picks it up. So the 2-out triple. Haley was playing way in. That ball sailed over her head out in right field. So the triple gets Lovington a chance here with a runner 60 feet away on the first hit of the ball game given up by Apodaca. That'll bring their cleanup batter, Angelina Corral, to the plate. She grounded out to Michaela Lujan her first time through, so she's 0 for 1. The Bulldogs need to get this batter out and end the inning and the threat. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right side, out of play, strike 1. On deck is their number 5 hitter, shortstop Layla Hernandez, and in the hole center fielder Zimmery Ellis for the Wildcats. If they can get to them, Bulldogs, of course, want to get this out at the plate. 0-1 the count. Here's the wind in the pitch. She's squaring around like she's going to bunt. She does bunt it. That's going to be a bunt single. And the run comes in. So the Wildcats take the lead 1-0. The bunt was to the left side. Bulldogs were not expecting it. She hit it kind of hard to get by the pitcher. And coming to the left was Rodriguez. And she can't get there fast enough to make the play. So 1-0. Coach Polito comes out of the dugout to calm down the infield and her pitcher. So 1-0 on the bunt single after the triple. And to the plate will come Layla Hernandez for the Wildcats. So the no-hitter broke up on a 2-out triple and a 2-out bunt single. So 2 hits now for the Lovington Wildcats, and they lead 1-0. Winner moves on, loser goes home today. So the Bulldogs looking to get this third out and then come back in the bottom half of the 4th and get some runs. Coach Polito now leaves the circle. Girls give high fives to Caden.
Up to the plate, number 5, Layla
Persea is still talking to her in the circle. Everybody else has gone back to their positions. At number 5, Layla Hernandez getting ready to walk into the plate as Aguilar comes back behind the plate now from the circle. All right, so runner on the base path at first base, 2 outs. Here's the wind in the pitch. A little bit high, ball 1. Hernandez is 0 for 1. She flew out her last at bat. And now coming in is Martinez to talk to, said something to the pitcher Apodaca from first base. Now everybody's ready, set to go. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, fouled off to the right side, now to play. Strike 1. 1-1 now, the count. On deck is Ellis, and in the hole, Holguin for the Wildcats as they now lead 1-0, and they have a runner down at first, and they're going to try to keep this 2-out rally going. Aguilar now giving the sign to Apodaca. Here's the wind and the 1-1. That hit the bat. That's a foul ball. Wait. Oh, no, they called it a hit her arm, so I thought it hit her hand on the bat, but it was a hit by pitch.
Number 6.
So the 2-out rally continues for the Wildcats. We had 2 outs, and then they get a triple and a bunt single. And now Martinez talking to Coach. Maddie went over to the dugout and talked to Coach Crandall. So she went and talked to Apodaca, and now she went and talked to Crandall. So I think she's asking, I don't know what she's asking. Stepping in is the center fielder, Ellis. Here's the first pitch. Swung on, foul ball straight down for strike 1. She hit a pop fly straight up her last time at bat, and Aguilar caught it for an out. 0-1 the count as she steps back in. We're in the top of the fourth. 1-0 Lovington. As they're trying to continue their two-out rally. Runners at first and second, and the pitch. And that curveball called a strike. Wow, good pitch. It really came in there with a lot off of it, and I think it was a curveball as it looked like it was starting out inside and then moved into the plate. So strike 2, 0-2 now for Ellis. As Apodaca ready, here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a foul ball straight back into the chain link. So just a foul ball strike. The count remains 0-2. If the girls win, they play at 1, and then if they win that game, they play at 3. They got to win them all to get to the state championship tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Little pop fly to the left side. Kinsley will fade over and make the play, and that'll be out number 3 on the pop fly out just in foul territory by third base. But, boy, the damage done as the after getting 2 outs, they get 2 hits, a run across the plate. There were no Bulldog errors. 2 runners left on base, so it is 1-0 Lovington as we go into the bottom of the fourth. Aguilar, Carlo, Martinez coming up.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Walker.
And I'm Andy Singleton, and together we work with kids 5th grade and under here at Faith Baptist Church. And our hope is to have a safe and fun environment where kids feel loved, are taught biblical truths, and are challenged to live out the gospel in their everyday lives.
We just want all kids to be welcome here and to have a safe, fun place where they can learn who Jesus is and what he's done for them. That'll change the course of their whole life.
That's right, and really we want to love on families in any way that we can. And that's the biggest part and biggest hope that we have for reaching and loving our community here in Artesia.
Artesia General Hospital's Rehabilitation Center is here to help you recover and get back to the activities you love. Rehabilitation services include physical, occupational, and speech therapy, all led by experienced, licensed therapists. From symptom management to patient education, customized home exercise programs, and family support, Artesia General Hospital's integrated approach to rehabilitation is designed to facilitate your best possible recovery, so you can get back to work, back to play, and back to life. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/rehab or by calling 575-736-8174.
Bottom of the fourth as Perseus Aguilar will lead things off for the Bulldog offense. She steps in 0 for 1. She struck out swinging her first time through. That pitch too low and away, ball 1 to Perseus. On deck is the shortstop, Kenzie Carlo, and in the hole, our first baseman, Maddie Martinez, as the Bulldogs look to bust this wide open. Down 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Udahata ready to go. Here's the pitch. High and away, ball 2. So 2-0 the count now for Perseus. Girls for Artesia in the dugout doing some chants over there. As Udahata, the pitcher, is taking a long look into her dugout. 2-0 count. Now she's ready to go. The wind in the 2-0. Bounces it up there. Ball 3 and actually hit her. So hit by pitch. The umpire walking down like that was ball 3, but she said, I was hit up, and she said, oh, okay, stay down there. So the hit by pitch puts the leadoff batter on. Who entered? Okay, we have a courtesy runner for the catcher. It's going to be Jenna Whitmire coming in to run. Jenna steps in to run, and at the plate, number 12, shortstop, Kenzie Carlo. Kenzie 0 for 1, and she pop flied out to the third baseman her last time up. So she'll step in. She represents the go-ahead run. Jenna down there at first representing the tying run. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. On deck is Maddie Martinez, and in the hole, Caden Apodaca. Great crowd here, by the way. I don't think I said that. Lovington travels well. The Bulldogs travel well. So a big crowd around our field 2 here at the complex. Here's the pitch. Swung on. She's going to hit that off the end of the bat, a cue ball, right over to the first base dugout for a foul ball, strike 1, right over at the Bulldog dugout. All right, so Kenzie will step back in. Up in the 1 position. Udahata ready to go. Here's the 1-1. Outside, ball 2. 2-1 now the count, and that's that pitch. I mean, they're used to getting that call. but not called here today as the Lovington fans kind of groaned with the pitch not being called a strike. 2-1 the count. Carlo back in. Utahada ready to go. Runner at first is Whitmire. There's the pitch. That's a rope into left field. So the Bulldogs going to get a hit by pitch and then a single. Boy, she hit that on a rope over the third baseman's head. I mean, it got to the left fielder in 1 second. So the Bulldogs in business now as they got runners at first and second. Nobody out. And coming to the plate, Maddie Martinez, 1-0 Lovington, but the Bulldogs threatening with the tying run now in scoring position in the form of the courtesy runner, Jenna Whitmire, after the catcher, Perseus Aguilar, was hit by pitch. So Maddie will step in. She's 0 for 1. She grounded out to the shortstop her last time up, but definitely due as they're having a long meeting in the circle, the infield catcher and pitcher, but now they broke. So they were talking about it. Bulldogs want to just bust this game wide open here and get a big inning here in the bottom of the fourth. And they've started off with a bang. So runners in first and second. Maddie Martinez, the cleanup batter, steps in. Utahada gets her pitch, and here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on, hit well, left center field. It's back. It goes over the head of the center fielder. That's going to tie the ball game up. And then going to have to stop and go back as they had to wait to see if the center fielder could catch it, but they could not. It hit the fence, so it ends up being just a long single because she was halfway to second, but they had to stop. And now the Lovington coach is going to come out and talk about it. So it turns out to just be a long single because they had to wait until they could finally go. So we have runners at first and second now. Nobody out, and Caden Apodaca coming to the plate. So we're tied up. Bottom of the fourth, nobody out. Runners at first and second. That ball hit about midway up the fence. The center fielder, Ellis, had give chase, and I thought she might get there, but could not. Left center field rope. And unfortunately, the runners had to wait, so they couldn't leave until right when it hit the fence. So scoring from second was Jenna, but Carlo was rounding second, and the ball was hit so hard and so fast and so deep that they had to basically stand at their bases before they went because they didn't know if she was going to catch it or not. So they were going to tag up and go if she did catch it because she was on the run. And after yesterday having two doubled up, they're really running the base paths better today. Coach talked about that in the interview I did with her this morning, how they don't want to have those running into those double plays like they'd had. Caden Apodaca at the plate. She pop fly to the shortstop. The ball hits the ground, but Quiroga is able to gather it up quickly. Ball one at the plate. Runners stayed put. Carlo at second and Martinez at first. Apodaca, the pitcher, steps back in. We saw her rope one over dead straight center field yesterday against Gallup. She steps back in. Here's the pitch. That's going to be called strike one. Caught the outside half. 1-1 now the count. So it's a new ball game once again. 1-1 the score, but the Bulldogs threatening with nobody out. Runners at first and second. As Utahada steps back in, and the wind and the pitch. Swung on. It's hit right at the shortstop, and luckily the Bulldogs got back. Boy, almost had a doubled up opportunity again, but they get back, and that is out number one on the line drive right at the shortstop. Hit it hard, but right at somebody. So everybody gets back in time on the base pass. So one out as stepping in is Kinsley Rodriguez. Now Kinsley is 1 for 1. She had the first and only hit for a while until this inning for the Bulldogs. She doubled down the left field line corner. So if she doubles here, we'll have 2 more runs. Here's the pitch. And that is too low. Ball one. Change up. Lovington cheered, thought it was a strike, and then went, oh. Tight strike zone here by this umpire. She likes the inside corner, but pretty tight elsewhere. All right, 1-0. One out. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be called a strike. Caught the outside half. 1-1 now to Kinsley. On deck is Michaela Lujan, and in the hole, Elizabeth De La Riva for the Bulldogs. Rodriguez back ready to go. 1-1 to count. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Oh, it's a little pop fly in the infield. Doggone it. Just, heartbreaker. And that's out number 2 on the little, just the innocent pop fly right to the shortstop. Got up about 20 feet in the air and She just had to wait on it, come down and catch it. So the runner's nowhere close to leaving their bases. So the Bulldogs now want to get a 2-out rally going and get the lead here with Michaela Lujan stepping in. She's going to square like she's going to bunt with 2 outs. She pulls it back, and that's outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Michaela's 0 for 1. She grabbed it out her first time through. Just need to get it in a gap somewhere or a base hit somewhere and likely scores. They're playing deep in the outfield. All right, she squares the bunt again, pulls it back, swung on, and fouls it off to the right side behind the pitch. 1-1 now to Michaela. She takes a look down to Coach Polito. We've seen her do this a couple times throughout the season, which she hasn't done it all season, but it's like part of her getting ready. She squares around the bunt, and then pulls her bat back, and that's down and in for ball 2. So 2-1 now to Lujan. Bulldogs want to do what Lovington did, have a 2-out rally, and they're in a good position with runners at first and second. They've already tied it up 1-1. Here's the pitch. Too far outside and high. Ball 3, and Lovington again thought it was a strike. The umpire said nope, ball 3. 3-1. Good hitters count. Michaela looking to rope it. Huge gap out in right center. The center fielder shading her to the left. She hits it there, but 2 runs will certainly score. And the pitch. Oh, she shouldn't have swung. That was ball 4, and she swings at it really down and in. That wasn't even close to a strike, but it looked good to her, so she took a cut, and that makes the count full. Full count. Michaela will step back in, squares around the bunt, but she's just doing it as part of her process. Now she comes back ready to hit. Swing, and that's a foul ball left side for a foul ball strike. The count remains full. Of course, the runner's off and running on contact with 2 outs, so that could definitely play in our favor. If Michaela can find a good base hit here. Full count. She'll step back in on the right side. They got a ball out to the pitcher. Michaela's going to square around as part of her process to bunt, and then she'll pull it back. Udahata with the pitch. She got her. Strike 3, looking. So the Bulldogs do tie it up, but boy, they left some runners on the base paths once again. They get 2 hits, 1 run. There were no errors and 2 runners left on the base paths. Top of the 5th coming back, Jocelyn Holguin, Garcia, and Sanchez. 7, 8, 9 hitters for Lovington coming up.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Hocker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hocker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hocker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hockerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
All right, you heard it there from their speaker right down here from us. You probably heard it. Number 9, Jocelyn Holguin will step in, the first baseman, to lead things off for the Wildcats here in the top of the 5th. 1-1 is our score. Bulldogs left some base runners out there after having nobody out and runners at first and second, end up leaving them stranded. And there's a little power bunt back to the pitcher. Apodaca will pick it up, toss it to first base. 1-3 the put out. Caden and Maddie out number 1 on the first pitch. And that's what you want right there. Just get them down. That'll bring Bailey Garcia to the plate. She's 0-1, struck out her first time. Defensively, Warren, Morrison, Tucker left to right. Rodriguez, Carlo, Lujan, Martinez third to first. Aguilar behind the plate. Apodaca in the circle. 1 out, top of the 5th. 1-1 our score. Here's the pitch. Just missed inside. Ball 1. Good pitch. Just missed off the plate. So Garcia will step back in on the right side. On deck is the number 9 hitter, second baseman Sabri Sanchez, and then the top of the order, Anahi Quiroga in the hole. Bulldogs don't want to get to her. That pitch way too high, ball 2. So 2-2 now the count. Looked like a rise ball and just started it high and then kept going high. So 2-0 the count as Bailey Garcia steps back in. Aguilar giving the pitch to Apodaca, and here it is. Swing and a miss. Good pass ball. Whoo, she was way behind that pitch. So 2-1 now the count. Garcia will step back in with a 2-1 count, 1 out. Apodaca taking a look into Perseus, gets the pitch, and here it is. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped it into the glove for strike 2. A rise ball that time, but she started out lower, and then it rose for a strike, swing, and a foul tip. So 2-2 now the count to Garcia. Bulldog defense playing pretty straight up, although Tucker playing shallow and right, shallower than the other two fielders. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swing on. That's going to be a base hit into right center. And going and getting it was the center fielder, which is Morrison. So a lead-off single. Little flare ball out to right center field, and it was more towards center than to right. Tucker was playing shallow, but Morrison beat her to the ball, picks it up on the bounce, and gets it back into Lujan. So the leadoff single puts the go-ahead run on the base paths, and coming in to run for her will be number 12. So this is a pinch runner, and it is Braylon Hernandez coming into pinch run. Garcia playing out in right field, so it is a pinch runner. At the plate will be the number 9 hitter, second baseman, Zabri Sanchez. She is 0-1. She struck out swinging her first time. But that 1-out single puts the go-ahead run down at first base.
Now up to the plate.
So Rodriguez will step in on the right side. On deck is Anahi Quiroga. And in the hole, the DH, or DP, Honey Morales for the Wildcats. Top of the 5th, 1-1 is our score. Here's the wind in the pitch. Squares to bunt, and that's going to be, did she keep it out there? I guess not. Ball 1. It was high. I thought she might have left it a little too long, but they're not going to disagree with it, so ball 1. They being the Bulldogs. Sanchez steps back in, playing some small ball, going to try to bunt her over. Now she's staying back. Nope, she squares the bunt, and that's too low. Ball 2 as she pulled the bat back. So charging is Maddie Martinez from first, also Kinsley Rodriguez from third. Covering first base is Lujan, and so that leaves third base open, which is fine, with only 1 runner on. As Carla will go to second. There's a strike right down the pipe, strike 1, as she put her bunt out but pulled it back. So 2-1 the count. Both Martinez and Rodriguez were almost on top of the plate when that pitch crossed the plate. They're both charging hard. We'll see where they go with it if she's able to get the bunt down. Carlo, of course, will cover second, so if they got a play there, that's where they should go, any of them. Here's the pitch, squares around to bunt. Bunt tips it backwards. So that's a foul ball, and that is strike 2. 2-2. Let's see if they continue trying to bunt or if they're going to swing away here with 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Of course, if you foul it on the bunt, you're out on the third one. So they may try to bunt it anyway, try to play some small ball and get that runner in scoring position. 2-2 pitch coming here from Apodaca. And the pitch. Change up. And that bounced in front of the plate for ball 3. Good job there by Aguilar. She took it off the chest plate and kept the runner at first base. 1 out, full count, runner at first. 1-1's our score. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Artesia and Lovington. Apodaca ready to go with a payoff pitch. Swung on, and there's a base hit into right field. Tucker comes up, and she'll throw it to second, but not in time. It actually was quite a kind of a play there. But back-to-back hits with 1 out puts Lovington in a good spot here, as they have the go-ahead run at second now in scoring position, and the top of the order coming to the plate. Anahi Quiroga will step up. She walked her first time up to lead the ball game off, and then grounded out to Michaela Lujan her second time. So the Bulldogs have double play around the infield. They need to turn one here. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the inside corner. She's been very consistent, the umpire, with that call. Fastball laced down that inside corner. 0-1 the count. Quiroga steps back in. Morales on deck and Rodriguez in the hole. Lovington has stringed together 2 hits here with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Pop fly to the right side, and it will get out of play. So that'll be strike 2. 0-2 the count. 2 great pitches there from Caden. So the leadoff batter will step back in. 0-2. She's choked up way up on the bat. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be a little flare. That's going to fall fair. That's going to load the bases up just over the head of the third baseman, Rodriguez. That was a weird-looking little flare ball. Rodriguez was playing up, in, and she couldn't get to it. And trying to also get to it was Carlo, but neither one of them could. So back-to-back-to-back singles loads them up for the Lovington Wildcats. Bulldogs have double play everywhere with 1 out and the bases loaded. And the batter saying, I don't know what the sign is here. So at the plate is Honey Morales, the DP, and she put her hands out to both coaches, first and third, saying, what's my sign? All right, 1 out, bases loaded, infield in. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. So the Bulldog defense is going to try to cut off the lead run here. They're all 4 playing infield. So they'll try to go home to first for the double play. Here's the 1-0. Bases loaded, 1 out. Swung on, pop fly, deep center field. Morrison will make the play, and that will score a run on the sacrifice. And then the ball is bounced away, an error on the second baseman as she's unable to catch it. So the E moves 2 runners into scoring position. You just can't do that. But that's what happened. So out on the deep fly ball, but 1 run scores, and then unable to catch the ball on the throw in. The error moves the runners over. So the score now, well, I'm going to have to, 2-1. I'm going to fix mine. And strike, swing and a miss on number 17, Zabri Rodriguez. So Honey Morales hits a deep ball, sacrifice fly out to center field. But the runners move over. That pitch high, so 1-1 now to Rodriguez, number 17. Two runners in scoring position, 2-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's a flare. Oh, she dropped it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Right at Lujan on the flare line drive. Hit her in the glove and fell to the ground. Another run comes across on the error. Oh, my goodness. So now runners at first and third. Back-to-back errors on the Lady Bulldogs. And the score now 3-1 here in the top of the 5th. Bulldogs obviously can still come back from this. Coach Crandall comes out to talk to his pitcher and catcher, sends the infield. They go back to second base to talk about it. So the score now 3-1. Runners on the corners as they're having a conference in the circle. And the infield talking out there at second base. So Crandall still visiting, and the home plate umpire sweeps the plate off. Now they're going to split up. So Rodriguez at third, Quiroga at third, Rodriguez at first, and Angelina Corral, the third baseman and cleanup batter, comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2 with a ground out and a single. Bulldogs, this 2-out rally has killed them back-to-back innings. They got 1 run on a 2-out rally in the 4th, and now 2 runs here on a 2-out rally in the 5th. Runners on the corners, and here's the pitch from Apodaca. Oh, high, and it gets by the catcher. And on the wild pitch, another run scores. Oh, the wheels are falling off for the Lady Bulldogs. Ball 1 And it was a pass ball. The runner scores, or actually it was a wild pitch, really high. And so the runner moves down to second on the same wild pitch. So another runner in scoring position, 4-1 Lovington. 1-0 the count to Corral. Bulldogs got to settle down here. Wheels kind of come off here in the inning as Lovington has scored 3 runs. Bulldogs have now had 2 errors and a wild pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on a fastball. 1-1 the count for Corral. Apodaca is getting back on the pitcher's plate, ready to go. Runner at second base. And the pitch. Change up that will hit the ground out in front of the plate for ball 2. This is a win or go home game, so Bulldogs are going to have to battle back in their half of the 5th. And we got a lot of game left and a timeout called as the towel came off of the runner down at second base, so she had to go pick it up. All right, so 2-1 the count to Corral. She's at the plate, 2 down, runner at second. Here's the wind in the pitch from Apodaca. Strike 2 called on the inside corner. Lovington fans didn't like that call, but the umpire's been really consistent on that inside pitch for both pitchers. 2-2, and now a timeout. And I don't know why the umpire steps away. All right, so now they're going to get back into the spot. Number 13, Corral, steps back in. Wind in the 2-2, swing, and it's a ground ball to shortstop. Picking it up, firing it to first, and that is in time, and out number 3. Ground out, 6-3, shortstop to first. With some damage done, there were 3 runs scored on 3 hits, 2 Bulldog errors, and 1 runner left on base. It is 4-1 as we head into the bottom half of the 5th with De La Riva, Tucker, and Morrison coming to the plate. Stay right.
Spring into the season with a great rate at Artesia Credit Union. With their share certificate special, get an unbelievable 5.50% APR with a 12-month term on any new deposit $5,000 and over. It's easy to watch your money grow when you plant it at Artesia Credit Union. And with a rate as high as 5.50%, you can watch it grow like never before. This high rate on a 12-month term is for new deposits only with a minimum of $5,000. Learn how to spring into savings at Artesia Credit Union, 210 North 5th Street in Artesia. Member NCUA.
Mac Energy Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com.
All right, we're back here to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Artesia 1, Lovington 4. And Elizabeth coming to the plate. She's 0 for 1. She struck out swinging her first time through. She'll step back in here for the second time to face Daphne Udahata, the pitcher. And here's the wind and the pitch. Down low, ball 1 on that outside edge. But too low and probably too far outside. 1-0 the count. On deck is Haley Tucker, and in the hole for the Bulldogs, Kenna Morrison. Wind in the pitch, swung on, pop fly, right side. The right fielder comes in and makes, and it drops. There's an error on the hill. Boy, if we could use that as it goes in and out of the glove. So reaching on the error. Are the Bulldogs, as that was just a lazy pop fly out the right field, and the right fielder come up and it went inner glove and dropped. That'll bring Haley Tucker to the plate. Coming out to run for the Bulldogs is number 5. And I need to look at my roster because she wasn't on the roster on Max Preps, but I got a picture of the roster, so I'm going to take a look at it. Unless it's just a jersey thing, but no, it's Brooklyn Fuentes coming in to run. So Fuentes at first as a courtesy runner for De La Riva, the DP, or a pinch runner actually. And at the plate, Tucker, she squares around to bunt and missed it. Boy, she should have pulled her bunt back. That ball was way outside, but strike one on the attempted bunt. So Fuentes down at first. He called it a ball. Or she called it a ball. Oh, she did get her bunt back. That pitch is too far. So ball two, okay. I thought she left it out there, but 2-0 the count, or at least that's what the count is up on the board. I had 1-1 because I thought she left her bat out there, but she got it back. Good job, Haley. So 2-0 the count. Runner at first is Fuentes. Swung on, pop fly, shallow center field. I think it's going to fall. Go ahead and run. It does fall, and in there safely is Fuentes. Boy, she went about halfway, so an error and then a bloop fly ball out the shallow center field falls for the single. And now the Bulldogs back in action as we're to the top of the order, and Morrison is due. She struck out and she's flown out to the infield. She just needs to swing her normal, straight, easy swing and bust it out to the outfield somewhere for a base hit. Now try to get under it. She steps in. Runners at first and second. She represents the tying run. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. And boy, I'm telling you, they've been getting that call all year, and it's not being called here. And that changes up the complexion when you're used to being able to really stretch that outside corner, and now they're not being called. So 1-0 the count. Udahara back on. Fuentes down at second. Tucker, and there's a swing and a foul ball left side, and that probably get out off over the fence over there. So foul ball, strike one. So Tucker takes a look over at Coach Crandall, who was talking to her from the dugout. And they do get the ball back in, so they throw it back to the catcher. They had already got a ball out to the pitcher. All right, 1-1 the count to Kenna. On deck, Perseus in the hole, Kinsey. The Bulldogs need a big inning here. Here's the pitch. Oh, and it's a little bunt. Oh, she's safe. Oh, no, they said they got her. Boy, Fuentes flew into third base, but that was a cue ball power bunt, and that is out number one as the pitcher, Udahara, came and got it, threw it to third base. So the fielder's choice gets the lead runner on the little bunt back to the, well, it was a swing, but it was basically a power bunt. So out at third on the force out, everybody else is safe. And Perseus steps in and looks at call, strike one. That got the outside corner. Perseus is 0 for 1. She struck out swinging and then was hit by a pitcher last at bat. She represents the tying run at the plate. And here's the pitch from Udahara. Down low, good job by Quiroga. She backhand stabbed that ball, or it would have got by, and runners would have moved, but it didn't because she stabbed it, made it look easy. 1-1 the count now to Perseus Aguilar. She steps back in. Udahara, the pitcher, gets her sign from the dugout. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Called strike two, outside corner. 1-2 now the count to Perseus as she'll step back in. Carlo on deck, Martinez in the hole for the Bulldogs. Bottom of the fifth, one out. Lovington leading 4-1. Here's the wind and the pitch. She did not swing at that. Good job laying off of it. It was a great pitch. It was a slow one that would come in low, and she started to go at it and then held off. So the count runs to 2-2 now to Perseus. Here's a pitch from Udahara. Oh, she got her swinging. Basically the same pitch, but this time Aguilar swung at it. Doggone it. Out number 2. So now the Bulldogs need a 2-out rally. Runners at first and second, and at the plate, Kinsey Carlo. She's 1 for 2. She pop flied to the third baseman her first time up, and then hit a rope out to left field her second time, but it ended up just being a single. All right, here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on. That's a rope, but it's foul left side for foul ball, strike one. Kinsey way out in front. Tucker at second and Morrison at first. 2 down. And at the plate, Kinsey Carlo. Bulldogs need a 2-out rally in the worst way here, down 4-1. It's win or go home, so Bulldogs want to get this win. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. 1-1 now the count to Carlo. In the on-deck circle is Maddie Martinez, and then the in the hole is Caden Apodaca. So we're right in the meat of our order. This is a great time to have a run, a great 2-out rally. And there's a long time waiting. Kinsey saying, well, finally says timeout. The catcher would stand up and looked over to the dugout. Kinsey was there ready, and then said time and stepped out. So she'll step back in as the catcher and pitcher are now ready. The 1-1 pitch. Oh, way out in front. Really good pitch. It would have been a ball easily, but fooled her. Strike 2. That's what Perseus just struck out on. A really slow, maybe a curve or maybe a changeup, but swung way early and over the top of it. So 1-2 the count, 2 down. Kinsey ready to go. And the pitch. High, good job not swinging at that one. Ball 2 on a rise ball that was way high. So 2-2 now the count to Kinsey as she'll step back in looking to drive one. Utahata ready and the 2-2. High, ball 3. So full count now to Carlo with 2 outs. The runners will be off and running on the pitch, which is a good thing for the Bulldogs with 2 down. They can be running. Carlo hit a gap here. That's what she's looking to do. As Utahara looking to her dugout, as is the catcher, Quiroga. Now they have their pitch. Carlo ready. Full count. And the pitch. Fouled it back. Stays alive on a good fastball from Utahara. Fouled it straight back into the chain link here. So the count remains full. As Kinsey steps back in on the right side. Full count, 2 down. Runners will be going. Here's the wind and the pitch. And that's outside. Ball 4. So that loads them up for Maddie Martinez, the first baseman. She is 1 for 2 with a single. The tying run is on the base paths now. Bases loaded for Maddie. She grounded out to the shortstop, and then her last at bat, she hit a bomb and it hit the fence. Ended up just being a really long single because the batters or the base path runners had to wait. Did get that one run across on it, but then had to wait. So here's the pitch. Oh, she schooled her on a slow curveball. She was way out in front of it. Strike 1 on the swing. Maddie takes a look down to third base. Coach, and now she's back in ready to go. Bases loaded, 2 down. Bottom of the 5th, 4-1 Lovington. Catcher and pitcher still looking at the dugout. Now they get their pitch. Madison stayed in there waiting. Here it is, 0-1. Low and away, ball 1. 1-1 now the count to Madison Martinez. On deck is Caden Apodaca, and in the hole, Kinsley Rodriguez. So we're right in the meat of the order. With 2 outs, Carlo draws the walk. Martinez now at the plate, the number 4 batter, and Apodaca on deck, the number 5 batter. Bases loaded. Bulldogs can get back in this right here. Here's the pitch, down and in. Called strike 2. She's been consistent with that pitch as the umpire. So the count now goes to 1-2. Madison steps back in, 1-2. Bases loaded for the Bulldogs. 4-1 Lovington. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. High, ball 2. So now 2-2 to Maddie Martinez. Big gap in right center as the left center fielder playing shaded over to the left side, and the left fielder playing shaded down the line. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit hard, but right at the third baseman. Out, number 3. So the Bulldogs leave 3 runners stranded. And Lovington gets out of a jam on the line drive right at the third baseman. Bulldogs get 1 hit. There was 1 Lovington error. No runs, and they leave 3 runners on the base path. We'll be back. Top of the 6th coming back at you.
Forest Tire. Mile after mile, we've been with you for almost 80 years. Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Smile Expressions in Artesia encourages you to treat your teeth to a spring cleaning. You'll have healthier teeth and gums, fresher breath, and brighter teeth. Plus, you'll be reducing risk for dental problems and improving your overall health. To schedule your dental spring cleaning, call Smile Expressions 575-746-1900 or request an appointment from our website, artesiadentist.com. Quality dental care, hometown comfort. That's Smile Expressions in Artesia.
All right, we're going into the top of the 6th inning. The Artesia Bulldogs and the Lovington Wildcats. 4-1, Lovington is the score. Bulldogs have left 6 runners on base. Kind of been what we've seen here this weekend. They left 10 on game 1, and yesterday they left 8. Lovington at the plate is Layla Hernandez. First pitch, ground ball foul to the dugout on the left side. For foul ball, strike 1. She is 0 for 1, but she flew out her first time out to shallow left field and then was hit by pitch her second time through. So she'll step back in. A ball had come in from the field over to our left, so they were picking that up and tossing it back over the fence. Here's the 0-1. And that's high. Boy, there was that wild pitch again. That got over the head of the catcher, but nobody on base this time. So ball 1, 1-1 the count. As Apodaca just let that one sail. Perseus come out of her stance to try to catch it. Barely got a tip of her glove on it. But no damage because nobody on the base paths. 1-1 the count. Nobody out. We're in the top of the 6th. 4-1 Lovington. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a good rise ball. Had a lot of heat on it. Swung through the pitch, did Hernandez. On deck is Ellis, and in the hole, Holguin for the Wildcats. Bulldogs need a short inning here, 1-2-3, and then get back to the batting. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, she got her. And that is out number 1 on the strikeout swinging, and that'll bring Zimmery Ellis, the number 6 batter, to the plate. Zimmery playing center field. She is 0 for 2, fly out and a fly out. She flew out to Perseus right behind the plate and then flew out down the third baseline. And it was Rodriguez that came and made that catch. Now for some reason we've got a timeout here. The umpire first base side talking to Apodaca. All right, so Caden back ready to go. Ellis steps in on the right side. 1 out, top of the 6th. Here's the wind in the pitch. High, ball 1, as that was, I think, a rise ball, but just over the head, that high. Perseus had to stand up and catch it, and that was with her glove up. All right, so 1-0 the count, 1 out. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a low pitch, but a good cut. Or got her to swing at it as Ellis swung way over the top of it because that was way down low. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Bulldog defense playing pretty much straight away, although center fielder Morrison shaded a little bit to see around the pitcher to the left. She swung again at a really low pitch, so good. 2 good pitches fooled her. 1 and 2 now at the plate. And she took something off of her wrist, maybe a wristband, I'm not sure. She tossed it over to the dugout, now steps back in, does Ellis. 1 out, here's the wind and the pitch. 1-2 the count. Swing, and she stays alive, barely got a piece of that, foul ball. It was the same low pitch in the dirt, and she swung at it again, and this time got a piece of it. So 1-2 the count remains. On deck is Holguin, and in the hole is, I think, Bailey. Can't remember her last name, but she got courtesy run for her. I'll have to put her back in. Hernandez came in and pinch run, I'm sorry. Here's the pitch, swung on, a little plop fly in the infield. Oh, don't call it. Oh, they did run into each other, but luckily Carlo and Lujan met over on the first base, or second base, but Michaela hangs on for the pop fly infield out, and that's out number 2. So that brings to the plate Jocelyn Holguin, who is 0 for 2. She grounded out to Caden, and she grounded out to Carlo. Steps in 0-2 with 2 down. And Apodaca goes back to work. A changeup go low, and she did not swing at it. She started to and then held her swing. So the count 1-0 to Holguin. On deck is Hernandez, and in the hole, Sanchez, the 8-9 hitters. Boy, the Bulldogs right here in the top of the 6th. They want to get this out, and that'll bring the bottom of the order, 8-9 batters in the top of the 7th to the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on, pop fly back, and that's going to get out of play over behind us. 4 foul ball, strike 1. Lovington has left 3 runners on the base. The Bulldogs have doubled that. They've left 6. 2 times they had runners on and had 1 out, no outs, and unable to get them across. So Bulldogs want to come back and get back on the base paths and drive them in the bottom half. Here's the 1-1. Strike called on the outside corner. Boy, great blazing fastball for Caden Apodaca. That moved the glove. Artesia kind of knocked her glove backwards. It was so hard. It was right on the outside third of the plate. So 1-2 now the count as Holguin steps back in, and here's the wind and the pitch. Got her swinging, and that is out number 3 on the strikeout. So Bulldogs did what they needed to do. 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So that'll bring to the plate the number 5 hitter, Caden Apodaca, Kinsley Rodriguez, and Michaela Lujan when we come back.
Cisco Equipment in Artesia is your local dealership for construction equipment, both for rental and purchase. We have a full service department and parts department to provide the equipment, parts, and service you rely on. With brands like Linkbelt, Hyundai, JCB, XCMG, and more, we want to be your primary choice for all of your equipment, sales, rentals, service, and parts. If you're looking for a specific part, come see us first.
Cisco Equipment carries a solid line of new and used equipment for rent and for sale, including excavators, loaders, telehandlers, backhoes, skid steers, and more. We proudly serve southeastern New Mexico, and we offer multiple locations in Texas so that no matter where your job is, we're here to help you get the job done.
Stop in and see us today at 1706 South 1st Street, or give us a call at 575-748-1314.
We look forward to earning your business. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, a proud supporter of your Artesia Bulldogs.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Check it out.
All right, we're back here, bottom of the 6th inning, getting ready to start here. And Apodaca will lead things off. The pitcher looking to help herself as we are down 4-1 are the Bulldogs. She's 0 for 2. She fly balled out to the shortstop on just an innocent little pop fly in the infield and then grounded out to the shortstop. No, a line drive out, actually. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1 on the outside third with a good fastball there from the pitcher, Udahara. Bulldogs have 4 hits. Lovington has 5. The Bulldogs have 2 errors. Lovington has 1. Bulldogs have left 6 on the base. Lovington 3, but there's a good layoff. Ball 1 now to Caden. She did not swing at that high pitch. Started to, but checked her swing. So 1-1 to count. But Lovington able to capitalize better than Artesia. 4-1 is our score here in the bottom of the 6th. High ball 2. So Caden now ahead in the count, 2-1. Bulldogs, the winner of this game will play it at 1 o'clock here on the Consolation bracket. So Bulldogs looking to get there, but got to get 5 runs. That pitch down and in. Ball 3. Lovington thought it was a strike. Can I see it? So the winner of the Aztec St. Pius game will play the winner of this game at 1 o'clock on field 1 here at Cleveland High School. Here's the 3-1. Swung on. That's a CNI single on the left side. Goes past between third base and short for the lead-off single. And that, again, exactly what the Bulldogs need to do. They've done this several innings here, but unable to capitalize, only getting 1 run across. Now we're going to have a courtesy runner. Nisel Jimenez coming in for the pitcher. So Nisel out there on the base paths, and at the plate will be Kinsley Rodriguez. She's 1 for 2, a double and a fly out. Her double was down the third base line. She pop-flied to Hernandez last time at shortstop. So she's looking to once again drive one somewhere. I'm looking at the brackets on my wife's phone, and her phone goes dark quick. All right, here's the wind in the pitch. Ooh, out in front of a changeup. Strike one on the swing. So Gallup yesterday defeated Silver City. Or actually, they're playing right now. That's what I should have said. They're playing right now. St. Pius and Aztec are playing right now. And, of course, here we're playing. There's a swing and way behind it that time. Foul ball off to the right side and out of play for strike two. So a great changeup. Got her way in front and then came back with a heater, and she was way behind. Did get a piece of it, though. So 0-2 now to Kinsley. She's looking to double or triple her home run. Has swung the bat well all weekend long. Here's the pitch. Bounces it up there. Ball 1-2 now. Good job by Quiroga behind the plate. As I'm going to try to screenshot this on Pam's phone. I did. Can you send me that screenshot? Text it to me. Ball 3, and the runner's going to move as Quiroga unable to handle it. Wild pitch moves the runner over, and it's ball 2, I'm sorry. So ball 2, but the wild pitch moves Nisel into scoring position as it skipped away from Quiroga to her left. Didn't get very far, but boy, smart base running there by him. And as soon as he saw that ball kind of skip away, she was off and going, so no chance, even though Quiroga got to it pretty quick. Nobody out. Here's the 2-2. Swung on right back to the pitcher. She's going to go to first base and get the for sure out. Moving over to third is Jimenez. And that's out number 1 on the tap, almost a power bunt again. Little one hopper out to the pitcher. 1-3 the put out, and so now a runner at third base for the Bulldogs with one down here in the bottom of the 6th, and that'll bring Michaela Lujan to the plate. She's 0 for 2. She grounded out and struck out looking. Grounded out to the third baseman her first time and then struck out looking her second time through, and she's going to do that square around the bunt thing, and now pulls back and looks at a ball outside for ball 1. So off the plate, not called a strike by this umpire. So putting pressure on the pitchers to bring it more in all season. That pitch out there, I've said it over and over again, but that has been called a strike most of the season. Here's the pitch, swung on, hard shot, that's just foul. Boy, she turned on it. It was probably just a foot on the, or maybe not even that much, on the left, to the left of the third base. So the foul ball strike brings the count to 1-1. Lujan, the number 7 batter in the lineup, steps back in with a 1-1 count. De La Riva, the DP, will be batting next. She's on deck, and Haley Tucker, the right fielder, in the hole. Lujan squares around, now pulls back, and the pitch low. Ball 2, 2-1. The count, 1 out, but a runner just 60 feet away for the Bulldogs to get another run on board and cut the lead in half as it's 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Utah are back in the circle, ready to go. That pitch fooled her. That's the pitch that got her to strike out a while ago. Curveball, strike 2. And she buckled earlier when she got that pitch, but it was called strike 3. This time she buckled and it was called strike 2. Kind of shook her head as she walked away. So Michaela will step back in with a 2-2 count. Good pitch there from Utah. Nothing you can say about it, just a good pitch. Oh, she got her changeup way out in front, and she strikes out swinging this time for out number 2. That ball was way out of the strike zone high. And so coming to bat now is De La Riva. 2 down. Runner at third. 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Coach. Yeah, so she's re-entering. De La Riva is re-entering. She got pinch run for last time, but she will be at the plate. So Coach Polito had to come and tell the umpire that. All right, so we're back ready to go. We need a big 2-out rally to do the Bulldogs. Tucker on deck and Morrison in the hole. Jimenez down at third base. 4-1 Lovington, bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Swung on to a pop fly. Can they get to it? I don't think they can. It's going to fall out there. So the 2-out single as it falls in shallow left field. Left fielder Bailey Garcia couldn't get there. Center fielder Zimri Ellis couldn't get there. And the Bulldogs get the run on that little bloop fly single. So good job. 2-out rally started. And we've cut the lead in half. 4-2. That'll bring Haley Tucker to the plate. She is 1 for 2. She struck out looking her first time and then singled up the middle on a little bloop fly shallow center field. Her last at bat. So 2-out rally here. Bulldogs have started. Udahara back onto the pitcher's plate, and here's the wind and the pitch. Outside, ball 1. On deck, the top of the order, center fielder number 2, Kenna Morrison. And in the hole, the catcher, number 15, Perseus Aguilar. 2 down. Bulldogs want to get some runs. They've got 1 now here in the inning. They want to get a bunch more. Here's the pitch. High, ball 2. Good eye there by Haley. And she did not give in to that high fastball. It may have been a rise ball. Tough pitch to lay off of. And the 2-0. Swung on. It's a hard grounder to the shortstop. She gets it on the first and throws on the first hop, throws it to first base in time. So that ends the 2-out rally on the ground out. 6-3 the put out. But the Bulldogs do get a run. So they need to go 1-2-3 here. They were 2 hits, 1 run, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. The score 4-2 as we go to the top of the 7th. Coming to the plate will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Hernandez, Sanchez, Quiroga will be back.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
If you're looking for a career that offers challenge, purpose, and opportunity while valuing you and your work-life balance, we invite you to start your journey at Coterra Energy. Here at Coterra Energy, our operations are growing fast, and we're looking for qualified individuals for field and office positions. New employees are eligible to receive a sign-on bonus, and once hired, they'll receive an unmatched benefits package. Producing energy, empowering people, building community. Text Coterra, C-O-T-E-R-R-A, to 71441 to start your journey today. Coterra Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back here, the top of the 7th inning. Bailey Garcia, the number 8 hitter at the plate. First pitch, swing and a foul ball back for strike 1. Bailey is 1 for 2. She singled, struck out swinging her first time through, and then singled with a little bloop fly ball out the shallow right center her last time. And now 0-1 the count with that foul ball. Apodaca with the 0-1. And she fouls it, tried to check her swing, unable to, fouls it straight. Oh, it hit her. So she's swinging. Coach Polito comes out and asks. It was a swing. They're going to talk about it. Are the umpires. So if they're swinging, it's a foul ball. It's not a hit by pitch if it goes off their hand on the bat. And that's what happened. So they'll talk about it. It should be a strike, foul ball. The umpire saying no, the first base umpire. She turned, yeah, that's a... Nope. First base umpire did all the talking, and he said it wasn't a swing. She was check swinging, I don't know. All right, so hit by pitch puts her at first base. And at the plate will be number 16. So pinch hitting here is Yaya Garcia for the Lovington Wildcats, coming in the 9 hole. 16-4-15. So the umpire tells both the
16,
NMAA, the ProView networks, I should say, who are over here, and also tells Coach Polito, nobody out, top of the 7th, runner at first. First pitch called, strike 1, just a fastball. She blew by her. No swing. Garcia steps back in. Apodaca ready to go. Pitch. Oh, it bounces up there. Wild pitch. Bailey Garcia will go to second base. Doggone it. Those are killers. Puts a runner in scoring position on a ball that was a wild pitch. No other way to say it. Bounced it and goes off of Aguilar to her left. So Ball 1-1 now the count. Runner in scoring position is Bailey Garcia. Now Yaya Garcia at the plate. Umpire talking to Perseus. It went off her, maybe it went off of her arm. I don't know. She tried to block it, but unable to on the wild pitch. 1-1 the count and the pitch. Strike called on the inside corner. Lovington didn't like it. I'm sitting over here on the Lovington side. I couldn't sit on the Bulldog side because, unfortunately, Bulldog fans beat me here and got all the places where I would normally sit over there. So I'm over here by Lovington, and so I hear them well. Here's the pitch. Swing on. It's a ground ball right to the first baseman. Maddie will make the sure out if she just steps on first base, but Bailey Garcia moves over on the ground out. So she now is 90 feet away with one out, and we're back to the top of the order. Anahi Quiroga will step in, the catcher. She's 1 for 2. She's walked, grounded out, and singled. And now she steps out again. The umpire, for some reason, wasn't ready. Now they're ready to go. Runner at third, one out. Quiroga steps in. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's a ground ball to the right side. That's going to score a run. Bulldogs were not playing in, which shocked me. They conceded that run. I'm not exactly sure why, but they did. So the ground ball goes to the second baseman. 4-3 to put out, and if the Bulldogs would have been playing in, they probably either would have got her at home or that she wouldn't have went home, but instead it is now 5-2. 2 down, nobody in the bases. Here's the pitch. Strike called right down the middle to Honey Morales. She's 0 for 2. Fly out, ground out, sacrifice fly. They got a run in. Actually ended up getting, well, her sacrifice fly got 1 run in. Here's the pitch. Change up, or maybe a curveball called strike 2. So back-to-back good pitches. 1 heater and 1 change or curve. Took a lot off of it. Didn't swing in either one of them. So 0-2 the count. Bottom of, or top of the 7th. 5-2 Lovington. Here's the pitch. Just off the plate. Ball 1. 1-2 now to Morales. Fastball that missed. She steps back in. Aguilar gets the sign out top of Daca, and here's the pitch. Foul ball off to the right side for a foul ball strike, and the count remains 1-2. So Morales will step back in. They got a new ball out top of Daca. See where sets up, and there's strike 3. Got her just on the outside, not even on the corner. It was just a pitch on the outside third for a strikeout looking. But the Bulldogs give up a run off of no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. It is 5-2. Bulldogs got their final 3 outs here with Morrison, top of the order. Morrison, Aguilar, Carlo. We'll be back.
All right, one more for the road.
Is that next shot worth a cut? Never drink, then drive.
This message from the Eddy County DWI program.
Ruben Loza here with Richland. We have over 80 pre-owned vehicles on our lot, and they are all marked with great deals. So of course you're getting the best price at Richland, but you also get powertrain for life. If you do all your oil changes and tire rotations at Richland, you get a powertrain warranty that includes all engine, transmission, and driveline repairs for the life of your vehicle, which means thousands of dollars in savings. So save yourself some dollars and worries and purchase your vehicle from Richland at 2nd and Sycamore and at the Y in Roswell, home of Powertrain for Life.
All right, the Bulldog season down to the final 3 outs. They got to score a minimum of 3 runs to tie this up. 4, they win and move on. But it is in the section of one and done as these teams fell yesterday. So on the consolation bracket, the winner moves on. The loser goes home, and we're at the right spot. Kenna Morrison, the leadoff batter, at the plate. 0 for 3, so she is due. She struck out, flew out, and hit into a fielder's choice. So she's due for a hit. Here's the pitch, swung on, right back to the pitcher. She does bobble it, and she's safe at first. So the error on the pitcher gets the Bulldogs back in play again. Boy, the Lovington Wildcats have given them opportunities. We just got to take advantage of it now because this is it. So the error on the pitcher puts the runner, Morrison, at first base. The first pitch she saw, she just hit it right back to her, hit her in the glove and dropped it, and then had a minute trying to find the handle. And Morrison, it was a bang-bang play at first, but Morrison with her speed beat it, and that brings Perseus to the plate. She's 0 for 2, struck out, hit by pitch, and struck out. So Perseus looking to drive one here. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. 5-2 is our score. Lovington with a 3-run lead, and we're in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody out. Bulldogs with the runner at first and Kenna Morrison. We're in our number 2 batter, Aguilar. Swung on, hit hard, but right at the shortstop. She gets the, oh, he dropped it. Dropped it at second base. So back-to-back errors on the Lovington Wildcats. The Bulldogs have got to take advantage of this, as they were going to try to turn 2 and the ball dropped. The coach comes out for the Lovington Wildcats. So the error on the second baseman. Everybody is safe. And the tying run now at the plate in the form of Kinsey Carlo.
Let's get the next 3, let's go.
All right, so Perseus Aguilar being courtesy run for by Jenna Whitmire. Tying run at the plate, nobody out. Coach left the circle after talking to the infield and the pitcher. Kenzie Carlo 1 for 2. She's flown out to the third baseman, singled and walked. So the Bulldogs in business. They've got the tying run at the plate with nobody out. 5-2, bottom of the 7th. Pressure on both of these teams as they both obviously want to advance, but back-to-back errors put Bulldogs on the base paths. Instead of 2 outs, it's 2 runners on. Oh, swing and a miss way behind the fastball was Carlo. So she'll step back in. 0-1 the count. On deck is Maddie Martinez, and in the hole, Caden Apodaca. So again, top of the order to start this inning. 2 errors on Lovington and nobody out. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Swung hard. That's going to be a single. And holding up at third base as the third baseman tried to get it. It hit the end of her glove. I'm going to call that a base hit, not an error, as she made a good play, tried to get it, backstab, but it rolled away from her. And so the infield single loads them up. And guess who? Maddie Martinez, who's already hit one off the fence. She's coming to the plate. With the bases loaded, they're going to play in on the infield. Well, the second baseman's playing back. The shortstop is in. And Madison Martinez, who is 1 for 3, she hit that long single off the fence out in left field. She represents the go-ahead and winning run. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. So the second baseman is playing back. Everybody else playing in. Interesting for the Wildcats, unless she starts moving on the pitch, which she isn't. Now she is. Here's the pitch. Ooh, foul tip straight into the umpire's mask. Foul ball. Strike 1. 1-1 now the count. They're going to go talk about it. Maddie going to give the umpire a break. She's going to go down and talk to the coach, Polito, at third base. And now the umpire's telling the Bulldogs, going over and talking to the dugout. I love overactive umpires. Because they've been cheering and in the dugout door the entire game. But now here in the bottom of the 7th inning, he walks over and tells them, you got to get back. All right, 1-1 the count. Maddie will step back in as they had their meeting. It's over. Or actually, they're letting the umpire make sure she was okay behind the plate. The ball went off her face mask. And Maddie Martinez just looking to either drive it deep or get a base hit. Here's the pitch. High. Ball 2. Not even close. 2-1 now to Madison. On deck, Apodaca, and in the hole, Rodriguez. I mean, hitters for days here for the Bulldogs. Down by 3, but the base is loaded. Lovington looking for a double play somewhere. And they're playing back now up the middle. Here's the pitch. Down low. Ball 3. 3-1. Bulldog faithful and the Lovington faithful cheering for their teams. 3-1 the count. What a great hitters count here. Long look into the dugout. Finally, they get their pitch. Utahada and Quiroga. Here's 3-1. Pop fly to the right side, out of play for a swinging foul ball strike. So a full count now with nobody out. Bases loaded. Playing up at first and third, playing back up the middle, but really the shortstop kind of in no man's land. She's really not playing double play depth. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, pop fly. She stays alive on a really good pitch. Fouled it back and out of play over the chain link here. That was a tough one because it was one of those change-up slash curveballs. I'm not sure which because of where I'm sitting, but she double clutched and then fouled it off. Did Maddie. Full count. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Oh, little infield blooper. It's going to fall, and they're going to get the one, but one run scores. So the second baseman couldn't get to it, but does on the infield little fielder's choice. Now two runners move over to second, third. The other runner comes home. Okay, so 5-3. Caden Apodaca can end it with a homer. Runners at second and third in Carlo and Whitmire. Apodaca steps in. The pitch. Called strike one. Right down the middle. Caden did not take a cut at it. 0-1 the count. She is 1 for 3. Singled her last at bat. Here's the 0-1. Down low, ball one. 1-1 now the count. So the tying run at second. Go ahead run at the plate. So two runners in scoring position here for the Bulldogs, and they're playing her deep. That's high, ball two. 2-1 now to Apodaca. What an exciting game here. One down, bottom of the seventh. Bulldogs down by 2, but have 2 on at second and third, and only 1 out. And one of the best hitters in the lineup at the plate with a 2-1 count, Caden Apodaca. The pitch, swung on, foul ball deep, but foul down the third baseline. For strike number 2. Boy, she hit that a ton, but it was foul. A couple of softballs coming into the ballpark from the NMAA over here right next to me where they have their equipment set up. And actually, it's ProView and NMAA. It's Cleveland. Somebody keeping the score, but they're working for the NMAA. All right, 2-2, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Caden ready to go. Here's the pitch from Utahada. And she held off, did not swing on that high. Boy, good job checking her swing. Caden, tough pitch to lay off of. It goes full. Full count. 1 out. Tying run at second, runner at third. 5-3 Lovington, and the pitch. Fly ball to the right side, out of play for just another foul ball strike. Count remains full. New ball goes out to Utahada, and Caden will step back in. Ready to go. On deck is Rodriguez in the hole, Lujan for the Bulldogs. Here's the wind and the payoff pitch. Got her. Got her looking on that slow pitch on the inside, and that is down out number 2. Strikeout looking, and that will bring up Kinsley Rodriguez. She is 1 for 3 with a double, a fly out, and a ground out. So she's looking to drive one somewhere. Here is Kinsley and tie this ball game up. 5-3 Lovington, 2 down. Runners at second and third for Artesia. Carlo at second. Whitmire, the courtesy runner, down at third. Courtesy running for Perseus Aguilar, who got on via an error. This game now 1 hour and 56 minutes in length and counting as Kinsley steps in. Utahada ready to go. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Fastball missed away. Kinsley back in. Udahata ready to go. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be a base hit to left field. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. We have tied it up. The tying run now on. I think it's by the second baseman going into second base. In scoring position is Kinsley Rodriguez with a great single, 2-out single. You talk about pressure. 2 runs come in. The game is tied up. The go-ahead run now at second base on the throw as the second baseman missed the throw in. And it's all tied up. It's a totally different ball game, as that was a seeing eye single down between third and first on a hard hit ground ball. It ties the game up, and then moving over to second base on the throw, as it was an error on the second baseman. She missed the ball coming in, and it gets all the way to the right side fence. So Kinsley moves into scoring position. And now we have Michaela Lujan at the plate. She looks at ball 1 low. The go-ahead run now at second base with 2 outs. 5-5. The Bulldogs get it tied here in the bottom of the 7th. The go-ahead and winning run now at second base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball off to the right for strike 1 from Michaela. On deck is Elizabeth De La Riva, and in the hole, Haley Tucker for Artesia. Michaela steps back in. Udahata with the pitch. Swung on, foul ball. Will it get foul? It will, but will they get to it? And that is a foul ball strike. Boy, both the shortstop and the second, I couldn't see from where I'm sitting, so I didn't know if they would catch or not, but it's just a foul ball. 1-2 now the count for Michaela. Just a nice level swing. Here's what she's looking for. She's 0 for 3. She's grounded out, struck out, and struck out. So she is due. Time to get off the schneid, and what a better position to do it. Bottom of the 7th, tied up. The winning run at second base for Michaela. 1-2 the count. She steps back in. Udahata taking a long look, as is Quiroga, her catcher, over to the dugout. This is where she's been very effective with that inside curveball. Slow. Here's see if he throws it. Swung on. Oh, just foul down the left field line. Whoa. Another foul ball. She just pounded that ball. And again, this is where the pitcher has been very effective with that inside curveball. Really slow. And Lujan has struck out twice on it, so she might be looking for it. She was out in front of that fastball. All right, the 1-2, 2 down, runner at second. And the pitch, swung on, hit well, left field, it's going to be caught. Left fielder had her played perfectly for out number 3, but the Bulldogs tie it up. We're going extra innings as the Bulldogs get 3 runs to tie it up. 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 errors on Lovington, and 1 runner left on base. It'll be Zabri Rodriguez, the 3-hitter, coming to the plate when we come back for extra inning.
It's time to spring into adventure with a new Chevy Silverado from Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. This month, save 10% off MSRP on 2024 Silverado 1500 models when you trade in. We have the largest selection available, and our team of professionals are ready to assist you with your selection and the seamless buying experience that you deserve. We invite you to come see us today here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
Hey Artesia, Cambria here from your local KFC and Taco Bell. If you're anything like me, sometimes grabbing breakfast is the way to go. But in our small town, it's the same thing again and again and again. But not anymore. We are now serving our affordable and amazing Taco Bell breakfast. We will now open at 7 a.m. with our full Taco Bell menu, including breakfast until 11 a.m. It's never too early for tacos. Yes! Our KFC menu will be available at 10 a.m. We are so excited for this new menu, and we hope you are too. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog, and we hope to see you soon at your local KFC Taco Bell.
Okay, Bulldog fans, we're back here at the ballpark in extra innings, and that means a runner starts at second base for the batting team, and they're not letting our pitcher warm up as they're having this meeting just to the left side of home plate, and so Apodaca not able to throw any warm-up pitches. I wish they would move over and let the pitcher warm up, but they're standing there right where she can't. Having a long meeting are the umpires. And the first base umpire is making all the calls. And so they're still talking about it with another umpire at the fence. And now they're finally going to get a chance to throw some warm-up balls. Here's the first warm-up pitch. So an umpire was over here talking to the umpire from the field. And so I guess I couldn't quite understand what he was saying. So he was just making sure, I guess, of what needs to happen here. So number 4 is going to start out at second base. And I need to figure out how to do that on my stuff here. Is coming to the plate will be Zabri Rodriguez, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. So miscellaneous, let's see here.
Zabri Rodriguez.
Tiebreaker. All right, so they've got Honey Morales at second base. And at the plate, Zabri Rodriguez. So the number two batter, the last batter of the last inning is at second base. First pitch is high to Zabri Rodriguez, ball 1. Rodriguez is 1 for 3. She grounded out, tripled, and got on an error. 5-5, top of the 8th. Runner at second base is Honey Rodriguez. Here's the pitch. Pitch is high. Oh, good job getting that one that time. Ball 2, and I think Apodaca is just overthrowing these first 2 pitches, so she needs to calm down a little bit. So Honey Morales is second. As extra inning rules here in softball puts a runner at second. Here's the pitch, swinging and a miss on a great fastball on the inside half. Swung through it, did Rodriguez. 1-2 the count. I'm sorry, I said it backwards. 2-1 the count. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on, a little pop fly to the right side, and that's going to be caught by Martinez in foul territory for out number 1. She was about a foot to the left of first base, or her left, my right, as I'm looking down the first base line. So 1 down, that'll bring to the plate Angelina Corral, the third baseman. She is 1 for 3, ground out, single, ground out. And the pitch. Strike 1 call, just a fastball. Inside half. 0-1 the count. If you're just now joining us, you've missed a crazy game here. Exciting, heart-pounding. 5-5, we're in the top of the 8th. Runner at second and softball overtime rules. The pitch, she bounces it up there. So ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Bulldog defense, Warren, Morrison, Tucker. Left to right, Rodriguez, Carlo, Lujan, Martinez. Third to first, Aguilar behind the plate, and Apodaca in the circle. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch down and in. Strike 2, 1-2 now the count. As stepping back in is Corral with a 1-2 count, 1 out. Top of the 8th. And here's the wind and the pitch. A little bit high, ball 2, just out of the zone. So 2-2 now the count, or the fastball. May have been a rise ball, just missed. So 2-2 the count. Runner, the go-ahead run at second, starting there in the extra inning. Bulldogs will have the same advantage. Here's the 2-2. Swing, and that's a little looper out to left field. That will fall. They're going to hold the runner up at third. And so runners on the corners now with 1 out. On the single out to left field.
Number 5,
Zoe Warren came charging, made them hold her up at third base. And that'll bring number 5, the shortstop, Layla Hernandez, to the plate. Layla 0 for 2. She's flown out, struck out, and was hit by a pitch sandwiched between those two. Runners on the corners. Go ahead run 60 feet away. It's 5-5, top of the 8th. 1 out. Bulldogs looking for a double play. Strikeout or pop fly infield. Any of those would work. Keep that runner at third. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. So the infield starting out deep up the middle, but they start coming forward on the pitch. So they're playing double play depth, but kind of creep forward. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. 1-1 now the count. She was behind that on that fastball. So the count now 1-1 to Hernandez. One out. Corral at first and Morales at third. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss, kind of waved at it. Change of speed and got her to wave. So 1-2 now the count. As Hernandez will step back in on the right side. Apodaca ready to go. Here's the 1-2. Swing, and it's a chopper, or a ground ball, I should say. Foul down the third baseline. Wasn't a chopper, it was a low worm burner down the third baseline. She wasted a great pitch for Apodaca. Good job by Layla Hernandez to do that. So the count remains 1-2 with one out. And now timeout called by the first base coach. He's going to talk to his batter, walk down the line and talk to her. Kinsley Rodriguez will walk in and talk to Apodaca. Coach Crandall come out and asked about that timeout called, but home plate umpire just shook her head. All right, so everybody go back to where they were at. 1-2 the count. Hernandez at the plate with one out. Top of the eighth, 5-5. Aguilar getting the pitch to Apodaca. And here's the motion. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Throw down to first, and she's safe. Almost got her. Close play at first base. Swing and a miss on the strikeout, swinging, and then a throw down from Aguilar to Martinez. Close play, but called safe. And that'll bring Zimmery Ellis to the plate. The center fielder is 0 for 3. Fly out, fly out, fly out. All infield pop flies. 2 down, runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball back over to the right side. Caught over there by one of them Taylor boys. Coach Taylor's son. He'll toss it back in. So foul ball, strike one to Zimmery Ellis. And another ball, a couple balls coming in from over here beside us. So the umpire now has some softballs in the ball bag. 0-1 the plate. 2 down, runners on the corners. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Apodaca with the pitch. Pop fly back and out of play again for foul ball, strike 2.
Come on.
Ellis takes a breath, now steps back in on the right side. Holguin on deck and Garcia in the hole if they can keep going here. Bulldogs got a double, they got a force at second and of course the play at first. Here's the pitch. Bounces it up there. Oh, a wild pitch, gonna score the run. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is just hard to watch. Just a wild pitch and coming in, getting the go-ahead run. Boy, didn't need that there, but it happened. So 1-2 the count. Runner moves over to second. There's the pitch. She swings and misses, but I wish that would have been the pitch before because Honey Morales scores on the wild pitch, and Wildcats take the lead. Of course, the Bulldogs have the same advantage. They'll have a runner down at second base. All right, we're going to take a break. It's 6-5.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, IDEC, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, are here for all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
Okay, we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. We're going to have the runner down at second base. Was the last out for the Bulldogs. It'll be Michaela Lujan going out to second, representing the tying run. And Elizabeth De La Riva coming to the plate, the DP. She is 1 for 3. She struck out, reached on an error, and singled. Coach Polito having a visit with her as the infield still in the circle out there for the Lovington Wildcats. On deck is Haley Tucker. And then back to the top of the order, Kenna Morrison. Bulldogs have to get that runner home from second to tie it up. This is the win-or-go-home game here on the Consolation side of the bracket. The pitcher, Yuta Hata, taking a long look into her dugout to get the pitch, and now has it. Here's the pitch from her to De La Riva. First pitch, a little high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. This game has been full of shock and awe with hard hits and several errors and several good hits. That pitch called a strike. That was lower and in the strike zone. De La Riva watched it go by, so 1-1 to count. She'll step back in. And Utahada with her pitch. 1-1 the count and the pitch. Swung on, foul ball off and out of play to the right side for strike 2. So De La Riva now down 1-2. She'll step back in, shorten up, make sure that'll let one go by her. The umpire said it is 1-2, but she said 0-2. All right, here's the pitch. High, ball 2, 2-2 now the count. Nobody out. Runner at second here in the extra innings is Michaela Lujan. Utahara gets her pitch, signed from the dugout, and here it is, 2-2. Ground ball to the right side, that's a base hit. She's going to send her home. There will be a play at the plate. Michaela Lujan will come in and score. And the Bulldogs get the tying run across with nobody out. Clutch 2-2 base hit for De La Riva between first and second on the ground ball. The seeing eye single, and we've tied it up. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter is coming in to hit for Tucker will be Jenna Whitmire. So Jenna will come in and pinch hit here. Runner at first is De La Riva. And then we're back to the top of the order after Jenna. We got Kenna Morrison on deck and Perseus Aguilar in the hole. Coach Polito having a long talk with Jenna. Jenna looking to drive one somewhere. All right. It's tied back up, 6-6, bottom of the 8th, nobody out. De La Riva down at first after a clutch 2-2 single and an RBI. Here's the wind and the pitch. Squared the bunt, got the bunt back as it was high and tight. So playing a little bit of small ball here, trying to get De La Riva into scoring position was Whitmire. Good job getting that bunt, that bat out of the way of the ball as it was coming right at her, close to her face, high and tight. So 1-0 the count. Whitmire steps back in. De La Riva ready to go. Whitmire squares around the bunt, now pulls it back. That pitch is going to be called ball. Boy, they've been seeing that as a strike all season, and this time, again, this umpire very consistent. That pitch on the outside edge called a ball, and she said that all game long. 2-0 the count. Jenna back in, squares around the bunt, and now pulls back. She does bunt, a little pop fly, and it's caught. Boy, you don't want to pop fly the infield bunt, but that's what happened, and that's out number 1. It's the first baseman comes flying in, makes the play. Going back to first was De La Riva, so she is safe, and that gets us to the top of the order with 1 out. Kenna Morrison will step in. She's 0 for 4. She reached on an error in the bottom of the 7th, so just wants to hit a great base hit right here somewhere. Here's the wind and the pitch. Low and away, ball 1. Morrison steps back in, 1-0. Perseus Aguilar on deck and Kinsley Carlo in the hole. Win or go home, that's where we're at. Fans, it's tied up 6-6, Lovington Bulldogs. There's a swing and a foul ball over the chain link. Boy, that was high, and there was a changeup, I think, and she clutched and then swung at it. Fouled it straight up over the top of the netting, or the chain link here on field number 2. All right, so 1-1 the count now to Kenna as she steps back in. Here's the wind in the pitch from Utahada. Swung on. That's foul down the left side. For strike 2, out in front of it. Looked like another change or curve, and she was way out in front. Coach Polito over in the third base coaching box had to move. Now another couple balls coming in to the home plate umpire. And the catcher picked out a ball. She already had one, but she said, I want a different one. Quiroga. All right, so 1 out. Runner at first base is De La Riva. 1-2 the count to Kenna Morrison at the plate, looking to drive one. She chokes up, going to cover the plate. Here's the wind and the pitch. Outside. Oh, she called a strike that time. Strike out looking. It caught enough of the corner. So 2 down now for Perseus Aguilar. The go-ahead and winning run at first base in De La Riva. Perseus will step in on the right side. She is 0 for 3. She's been hit by a pitch, struck out twice, and reached on an error in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1-0. Perseus steps back in. The umpire takes a look back. Somebody said something. All right, here's the 1-0. That ball bounces up there. Ball 2 to Aguilar. On deck is Kenzie Carlo, and in the hole, Maddie Martinez, the 3-4 batters. If the Bulldogs can get to them, and that's what Perseus is going to try to do. Move that runner down the first around and stay on the base paths and get that winning run across. Here's the wind in, the 2-0. Down and away. Ball 3. So 3-0 now to Aguilar. My guest sitting on red here, force a strike. Utahada, a very good pitcher. She'll probably just pipe it, but Perseus will probably let it go by. Here's the wind and the pitch. Called strike 1. And she was sitting on red, but now a hitter's count. If it's not the perfect pitch, she'll lay off, but if it's one she wants to hit, great hitter's count here, 3-1 for one of the best batters in the state. Perseus has led the Bulldogs in hitting and in home runs all season long. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So with 2 outs, the 2-out walk will bring to the plate the number 3 batter, Kenzie Carlo, the shortstop, and she is 2 for 3. She has flew out, singled, walked, and singled. So a single here likely to score a run, depending on where it's at, is De La Riva. The go-ahead and winning run now stands at second base in scoring position. Perseus Aguilar will stay in, not be courtesy run for the catcher. She's at first, and Utahara taking a long look over to her dugout to get her sign. She now has it. Kenzie steps back in. Here's the pitch. High and inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. 2 outs. Go ahead and winning run at second base now in the form of Elizabeth De La Riva. At first is Perseus Aguilar, who drew the walk. Here's the pitch. Swung on, pop fly. It's going to go right to the shortstop. I thought it might have been shallow, but doggone it. We're going another inning as the 3rd out is just on an infield pop fly. So, the Bulldogs do what they had to do. They get the tying run across off of 1 hit. There was 1 run, no errors, and 2 runners left on base as we go into the top of the 9th. Exciting game. Stay right here. KSVP Radio, KSVPTV.com. Joby Hodling on the...
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here as the Artesia Lady Bulldogs are going on here. As they've thrown the ball around in the infield. So we're starting out with a runner at second base. As the tiebreaker, it's number 6 for the Lovington Wildcats, Zimmery Ellis. She was the last out of the last inning.
Number 9.
And so that we're at their 7, 8, 9 hitters. The first baseman, Jocelyn Olguin. She's 0 for 3, ground out, strikeout. And she steps in to face Apodaca for the 4th time. Now she steps out. Our game now has gone 2 hours and 22 minutes. We're in the top of the 9th inning, 6-6. Our score, boy, been a tight one, back and forth. Stepping back in now, ready to go is Holguin. Here's the wind and the pitch. Tries to bunt, pulls her bunt back, throw. Oh, nobody at third. They removed the runner over. Kinsey forgot to go cover, and they saw the wide open bag down there. So, because charging was Rodriguez, so that's just a defensive mistake. Doggone it, ball 1 at the plate. So now just 60 feet away with nobody out. Bulldogs gonna have to tighten down here, as nobody was at third base, so an easy move over for the runner. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Aguilar's gonna have to really work, because the way they got the run last time was on a wild pitch that she wasn't able to handle. That pitch was down in the dirt. She did handle it. It was a swing and a miss, and she was able to keep it from getting by her. Nobody out, runner at third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball backing out of play for strike 2. So 1-2 now the count to the number 7 hitter in the lineup, Jocelyn Holguin. All right, so 1-2, she steps back in. And the pitch. Change up, a really high for ball 2, so 2-2 now the count. I just got a text from Gene, I guess Aztec won, and he's asking me, do we play the winner of Aztec? If they won, that's who we'll play. Here's the pitch. Oh, she bounces it up there. Ball 3, good job not letting you get by on the wild pitch by Perseus, but that loads the count up, full count. Nobody out. Go ahead, run at third. Got to keep her there. Got to get 3 outs and leave her stranded. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on. It's a chopper in the infield. And that's going to be an infield single. And the go-ahead run comes across. Kenzie Carlo goes hard to her right and fields it, but no play. So Lovington takes the lead back. 7-6. And at the plate, re-entering is Bailey Garcia. Oh, no, she was in, so they're going to courtesy, or they're going to pinch run. And it's going to be number 23 coming in to run. So that is number 23, Johanna Ochoa, coming in to pinch run. So she is at first base. 7-6, Lovington, nobody out. Top of the 9th inning. And I haven't looked because I'm trying to call, but if Aztec won, then yeah, the winner of this game will play Aztec. Here's the pitch, right down the middle, called, strike 1. Garcia is 1 for 2. She struck out, singled, and hit by pitch. As she steps back in, Apodaca working. Here's the wind in the motion and the pitch. Swung on, pop fly. Can Aguilar get to it? She does. For out number 1, goes up the first baseline and makes the catch for the little blue pop fly in foul territory. And Aguilar comes out of her stance and makes the play. Holding up at first base was Ochoa, the courtesy or the pinch runner, and that brings us to the number 9 batter. Number 6 up. They got number 15 back in there. So Yaya Garcia batted last inning, but as a pinch hitter. But first pitch called, strike 1 on the inside half. Good fastball. It is Sabri Sanchez. She is 1 for 2, struck out and singled. And she has 1 out here in to work with a runner at first base. Top of the 9th, 7-6 Lovington. And the pitch. Squares around to bunt, puts a perfect bunt down, picking it up, tossing it first in time was the pitcher, Apodaca. So there's out number 2, but it does the damage what they want to do as they move her over on the sacrifice bunt. So the runner now in scoring position. 1-3, or 1-4 actually was the put out. Covering first base was the second baseman for the Bulldogs, Michaela Lujan. And that'll bring us to the top of the order, Anahi Quiroga, the catcher. She's 1 for 3. She walked, grounded out, singled, and grounded out. Here's the wind and the pitch. High, ball 1. All right, she steps back in with a 1-0 count. Apodaca ready to go. And the pitch. Swung on, foul to the left side for a innocent little roller over here toward the dugout. The Lovington dugout. Strike 1 on the foul ball. So Caden Apodaca, that was her 133rd pitch. Udahara has thrown 143 and still has the bottom of the 9th to pitch if she stays in, which I bet she does. The pitch, oh, it hit her right in the back. Hit by pitch. You don't want to hit. That wasn't on purpose because she certainly didn't want to put another runner on. And hit by pitch, and that hurt. She went to her knees, and now she's up with her hands up. So hopefully Quiroga is okay. But obviously, Apodaca didn't mean to do that because that puts 2 runners on with 2 outs. Quiroga's going to shake it off, trot down to first base. So that'll bring Honey Morales to the plate, the DP. She's 0 for 3, fly out, ground out, sacrifice fly, and strikeout. She does have that runner batted in. Lovington has taken the lead back here in the top of the 9th. 7-6 is the score with 2 outs and runners at first and second. And they're letting Quiroga work it out down the first baseline. She wants to stay in. And looks like she will, so she's okay. All right, so that'll bring number 4, Honey Morales, to the plate. Umpire works her way back down to the behind the plate, and the Bulldogs now will get back to their defensive positions. 2 outs, top of the 9th, 7-6 in favor of Lovington. Morales steps in, Apodaca ready to go. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. Fastball or rise ball possibly was too high, so 1-0 the count. Bulldogs playing normal defense here. Defense is, Whitmire had come in. I forgot to say that at the top of this inning. She comes in, she pinch hit and stays in the ball game. Here's the 1-0, swung on, foul back, strike 1. So it is Whitmire out in right field, and she pinch hit for Tucker in the top of the 8th. Morrison in center, Warren in left, Rodriguez, Carlo, Lujan, Martinez third to first, Aguilar catching, and Apodaca in the circle. 1-1 the count, 2 down, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Low, good job scooping it out of the turf, or dirt, by Aguilar. So 2-1 now the count for Morales. On deck is the number 3 hitter, Rodriguez, and in the hole, the number 4 hitter, Corral. So right where they want to be. Swing, that's a line drive. That's going to be extra bases. Is this going to go all the way to the fence? 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. A stand-up double. A huge 2-out hit. Ripped it into left field, did Morales. And that will be, like I said, a 2-out, 2-run, 2 RBI double. And to the plate comes Avery Rodriguez. She is 1 for 4. Ground out triple, reached on an error, and flew out. And she has a runner in scoring position. It is now 9-6 in favor of the Wildcats. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike 1 called, right down the middle to Rodriguez. On deck is Corral, and in the hole, Hernandez. 9-6, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Lovington with the 3-run lead. Oh, that pitch not even close to anywhere. Now they got the runner. They got the runner in. She gets back to second. waiting a little too long to throw it was Aguilar. She was all the way at halfway, and Aguilar just held the ball, so probably smart. Don't want to give up a run on an error. So she's back into second safely. 1-1 the count at the plate. That ball was really high. Oh, that ball bounces. So back-to-back pitches that were nowhere close. 2-1 now the count. Apodaca back on the pitcher's plate. Gets the sign from her battery mate, Aguilar. The wind and the 2-1. Swung on, hit hard. Getting it. She does in time. She is out at first. Boy, the ball went in and out of the glove of Lujan, but she picks it up and gets the third out. But boy, some damage done. The Bulldogs are going to have to do something here, as they are now down 9-6 as we head into the bottom of the ninth inning, with the Bulldog batter, Maddie Martinez, coming to the plate, Caden Apodaca on deck, and Rodriguez in the hole.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. But everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
All right, we're back here as the Bulldogs will send out the last batter out to second base, and that's going to be Kenzie Carlo. It is 9-6 in favor of the Wildcats. Bottom of the ninth. Maddie Martinez will lead things off for us, the number 4 hitter in the lineup. She's 1 for 4, ground out single, line drive out, and a fielder's choice out. The senior looking to drive one, start things off. Bulldogs got to score 3 to keep the game going, 4 for the win. Umpire coming over to talk. So they're saying number 9 re-entered, so that's Jocelyn Holguin. She was pinch hit for, or she was pinch run for, I should say. But she re-enters, so she's back at first. And the umpire tells the book over here by me, and then goes and tells the coaches in the Bulldog dugout. Okay, so Maddie steps in. Carlo down at second. Nobody out. Bottom of the ninth. Winner goes on. Loser goes home. And that's called ball 1. A little bit high and outside. So I guess Gene sent me, they play Aztec. So I guess Aztec beat St. Pius over behind me somewhere. So the winner will play Aztec. The loser is done here on this field. The pitch swung on. It's a little flare. Right center field. It's going to be an extra base hit. That's going to bring 1 run in. Maddie will turn and go to second. 1 run scores, so she swapped places with Carlo. She now stands at second with nobody out. So the double, leadoff double, gets back within 2. So now the tying run at the plate in the form of Caden Apodaca. She is 1 for 4. Flown out, line drive out, singled, and struck out. Her last time at the plate was a strikeout. So she's looking to drive one somewhere and help her own cause. 9-7, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. On deck, Kinsley Rodriguez, and in the hole, Michaela Lujan, as the Bulldogs need 2 runs to tie it, 3 to advance. Caden steps back in. The wind is picked up, kind of blowing at us, so blowing in, although they're still playing her really deep. Here's the pitch, outside. Ball 2. 2-0 now the count. Maddie at second. Caden at the plate. 2-0 with nobody out. Down by 2 runs are the Bulldogs in the bottom of the ninth. The pitch, high, ball 3. So now 3-0 the count. Just want to drive it. No reason to get under it. My guess taking all the way here with the 3-0 count. Caden Apodaca. She is the tying run at the plate with Maddie Martinez swapping places with Kinsey Carlo as she hit that double out to right center field, and Carlo scored from second. So they had a little pitcher-catcher meeting, and now Quiroga back behind the plate as both the catcher and the pitcher look over to home plate. To the dugout to get the pitch. Here's the 3-0. Change up down the middle, called strike one. 3-1 now to Apodaca as she steps back in. And again, they're looking over to their dugout to get their pitch. Now she has it. Yudahara ready to go. Here's the 3-1. That's ball 4 outside. So with nobody out, runners at first and second, and that'll bring Rodriguez to the plate. And now the coach back out talking to his infield and pitcher. That was the 150th pitch thrown by Yudahara here in the ball game. Kinsley Rodriguez, and they're going to change. They're going to make a change. So Yudahara comes off, and it looks like the right fielder may be going to come in and pitch. Zabri Rodriguez, she's coming in from right. So I'll keep it here looking at it. And I'll see who the pitcher's going to be. So I'm going to listen here. I'll be able to see it, but I thought that the coach was going to come and tell them. So number 11, Yudahara, is going back out onto the field to see where she's going. So number 15 coming in to pitch. So she was at second base. So the left fielder, number 17, comes in. I'm going to go ahead and take a break and figure this out. They moved 3 players around, so we'll be right back. It's 9-7 Lovington, bottom of the 9th, 2 runners aboard, nobody out.
Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy.
All right, so we are back, and they have moved some people around. Have the Lovington Wildcats coming in to pitch will be it's Sabri Sanchez. I think her number is 15. She came in from right field. The right fielder, Zabri Rodriguez, number 17, moves to second, and Daphne Yudahara moves out to right, the pitcher. So at the plate will be Kinsley Rodriguez for the Bulldogs. The go-ahead run, or the tying run, as at first base. Maddie Martinez at second, Caden Apodaca at first, and now the winning run, Kinsley Rodriguez at the plate. It's 9-7. Lovington with the lead. Kinsley is 2 for 4. She's doubled and singled. She flew out and grounded out between those doubles and singles. Here's the first pitch. High, ball 1. So 1-0 the count to Rodriguez. We have nobody out. Bottom of the 9th. Lovington with the lead, 9-7. And the wind and the pitch. Ball 2, too high. Tough spot here for a pitcher coming out from right field. Just a tough spot. High anxiety here. We're into our second extra inning, bottom of the 9th inning, and she comes in from right field to pitch. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouls it back for strike 1. Looked like a changeup. May have been her fastball. It definitely was not as fast as Yudahara's, but couldn't tell if it was a fastball or a changeup. Probably her fastball. So 2-1 now the count with nobody out. Here's the pitch. And that pitch too high. Ball 3. Lovington cheered and then booed. Thought it was strike 2, but called a ball. So then they moaned. Lovington fans right here to my right. 3-1 the count. Kinsley back in, ready to go. And the pitcher, Sabri Sanchez, back onto the pitcher's plate, and here's the 3-1. Inside, strike 2, called strike. That's where that pitch has been called very consistently all ball game. So it's a full count now, nobody out, runners at first and second. 2-run lead for Lovington. Bulldogs got to get these 2 runs across. Here's the pitch. Swung on, it's a little flare to the second baseman. She's going to toss it. Safe at first, so the force out at second. On the play, fielder's choice. So Rodriguez beats it out. A little infield slow roller. So the out, force out, puts runners on the corners. And at the plate, Michaela Lujan with 1 out. She's 0 for 4, so due. Swung on, hit well, but foul ball is her room. And foul ball, strike 1. I couldn't see. The left fielder was running to it, but it's just a foul ball strike. So Michaela will come back with 1 out. So the tying run at first base on that fielder's choice canceled it out. Canceled out the runner at first, at second. So 1 runner at first, 1 runner at third, 1 out, and Bulldogs down 9-7. 0-1 the count to Michaela. 0 for 4, so she's due. She'll look at called strike 2, just a fastball. Step back in, need to cover the plate here, don't want anything to get by her, and called strike 3. Michaela ready to go. Here's the pitch from Sanchez. Hit well, left field, deep. That's a home run. The Artesia Bulldogs win 10-9. Big shot for Michaela Lujan. Artesia wins on a walk-off 3-run home run. Artesia wins in 10-7 on a walk-off 3-run shot by the second baseman, Michaela Lujan. And the Bulldogs will advance and be playing Aztec at 1 o'clock as they're now shaking hands. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you what we got upcoming. What a, man, heart-pounding, deep to left field. And Artesia battles back 3 times in this inning, in this ball game, to get the win. And so for the Lovington Wildcats, they score 1 in the top of the 4th. They get 3 in the top of the 5th to take a 4-1 lead. They get 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and 3 in the 9th. And we're leading 9-6 coming into the bottom of the 9th. The Artesia Bulldogs score 1. Oh, by the way, they had 8 hits, did the Wildcats, 4 errors and 5 runners left on base. For the Artesia Bulldogs, they get 1 run in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th to tie it up to force extra innings. Then they match Lovington. They get 1 run in the 8th, as Lovington had. But here in the 9th, with 1 out, the Bulldogs win on a walk-off home run, 3-run shot. 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th. The final score 10-9. The Bulldogs get those 10 runs off 11 hits. They had 2 errors of their own, and they leave 10 on the base paths. But it doesn't matter. The Bulldogs win and they advance. We will have it here for you at 1 o'clock or 1-ish, depending on the games in front of us, as the Artesia Bulldogs will be taking on, trying to see here who's coming onto our ball field. I don't know this for sure, but Gene had texted me and said, or I guess we're playing Aztec. So I guess that's who we're playing. 1 o'clock in the Consolation side. Artesia with the big win here in extra innings, 9 innings to be exact. The bottom of the 9th, walk-off 3-run shot for the second baseman, Michaela Lujan. Final score 10-9. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. When I come back, it'll be at 1 o'clock, so be ready for us. Bulldog baseball also at 1, so I'm not sure how we're going to do that, but Gene Dow will figure that out and let me know. And so we're going to the close. We'll see you at 1.
That concludes this presentation of sports on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP. Sports on KSVP AM and FM is presented by Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Family Health Center, and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Artesia Police Department, Big O Tires, Bob Reed Pest Control, Buckhorn Productions, LLC, Business Notions, Kane Electric Supply, Central Valley Electric, Cisco Equipment, Deans Incorporated, Devon Energy, Dooley's Auto Sales, Edge Safety, ENMU Portales and ENMU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Forest Tire, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, HF Sinclair, Hawker & Sons, J&J Home Care, JS Ward, KFC of Artesia, LaFonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Moffett & Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Pressure Services LLC, Primary Residential Mortgage, Richland Motors, Roger and Ramona Kilpatrick of Berkshire Hathaway Enchanted Lands, Roswell Seed Company, Smile Expressions, Southwest Printers, Sun Country Garden Center, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Sons Mortuary, Trustmark Roofing, University of New Mexico, Wilbanks Trucking, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia. Thanks for tuning into this presentation of sports on KSVP AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled